Okay.
Meron na sa Facebook.
Okay. Alright, we are back here again for the second time. I apologize. That was the power going outside. But so far, maybe I'll ask Vittorio, what did he see a while ago? Because I myself got disconnected as well. But what happened, Vittorio? What happened in the game so far?
Yeah. So far, when the screen got disconnected, there was 2 clashes that happened, and all of it was in favor of CNC GLORY. I think VendettaEsports was always ill-positioned in both clashes. Like now, there is a clash happening in Kaisaya.
Indeed, a clash is happening in here onto the reverse side right now. A lot of HP bars going so low. Yunya almost close to death. But for the meantime, at this 9-minute game time, as you can see, no turrets has fallen down as of yet onto the side of CNC GLORY. Meantime, the gold lead is still not that huge. This is just a 2k gold lead, and I'm pretty sure that VendettaEsports might still be able to pull off a good comeback in here. Or maybe a chase in terms of getting that gold lead that they definitely would want.
Yeah, actually, the clashes that happened was in favor of CNC GLORY just because Vendetta was fighting with the half health Kafeni.
Oh.
And that Kafeni was always bursted down.
That Furbal's... Oh! Sorry about that, but onto the bottom lane part of the map, that was quite an annoying pet of Ishar, killing I Miss You, killing Kafeni onto the bottom lane. Zip tried to save her, but unfortunately it was, it didn't it didn't connect right on time. So for the meantime, the turret in the bottom lane part of the map of VendettaEsports will fall down as well, giving that good position for Yuxi, that Hayate. Oh, a setup is about to happen in here. Randogi, though, trying to go for his ultimate, getting a good position, but unfortunately, I think he will fall down anytime soon. Look at that! With a slither of health, I don't think he will make it out. The Furball will fall down, but that was just a Furball. Yes, he'll get some gold, but that's not the right target that you wanna really get for a kill.
Yeah, it's only 50 golds, and it doesn't really matter because the hero can still farm. So it's not really a big deal, and the Furball always responds in a set timer, and it will always be ready for the next clash.
Okay. Looks like they want to go for a mirror play in here. Team CNC going on to the top side. And look at that. VendettaEsports aiming for the bottom turret at the moment. A really good setup coming from that Zip, but unfortunately they lost minion waves, not allowing them to make a push onto the bot side. A 1v3, no, actually a 1v2 onto the middle lane part of the map. I don't think Richter will have a good position even going for that all in. So, oh, are they really gonna go for a setup onto that Malok? I don't think so, and that is even under turret.
Oh, look at that Kafeni trying to burst down the Hayate. And it's gonna be the first tower push by VendettaEsports. The gold lead isn't that big, so there's still a lot of, even though they have lost all their tier 1 turrets, there's still a lot of chances and opportunities for them to, get back into this game.
For sure. Meantime, you can see a 1v2 ongoing in here. Oh, that is a really annoying Rourke right now. And he was on the Darkslayer side. The Darkslayer was also hitting some damage onto that Richter. Yoshihara Ryo definitely will not be able to make it out. Meantime, the Hayate is already starting off the Abyssal Dragon Kratos. No one is currently contesting that as of the moment, coming from the side of VendettaEsports. What else might we be expecting in here in terms of the rotations of the teams, Vittorio?
Yeah, well, the CNC GLORY only lost 1 tier 1 turret, so probably the control of the map will always fall with CNC GLORY until they destroy all the tier 1 turrets of CNC.
Look how aggressive Ishtar is currently playing right now. Oh, hold up thought, because we have another clash ongoing right now. A lot of HP bars going low onto the side of Team Vendetta, but yeah, no one even died on the side of Team CNC, and as you can see, they're not really scared, even going for an advanced position just to take the tier 2 turret onto the bot side. I miss you. Gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna get locked by that Ishar pet. Verbal is doing really good plays too.
The Furball is really doing a lot for them, especially Kafeni doesn't have any dash. So, you know, get out of that special skill. And now two inhibitor turrets are already down. Let's see if VendettaEsports can still make a comeback play.
Oh, how do you think they will be able to make a comeback play? What must be done?
You know, they should just wait for an opportunity to open. Just, you know, defend the last two turrets they have in the top lane. Because definitely if they are able to wipe CNC GLORY, there would be a chance for them to, you know, turn around the momentum that's already against them.
Yeah, for sure. 4K gold lead, I'm pretty sure it can still be worked around. They just need a turret objective or maybe even shot down Ishar. Look at that. Actually, two members on the side of Team CNC is what they can shut down. The Rourke as well as the Ishar. Look at that KDA, 805 for the Rourke and 704 for the Ishar. And yeah, definitely I Miss You as well as Baby Assassin need some good free hitting in here, but they're having a hard time. It seems like they need to pull off a setup like that of where the Zip can go in and followed up by Cryogen's CC, but it's easier said than done. But let's see what's gonna happen in here.
I think they're also using a Purify Embrace, and there's a Clash coming in.
Yes, ultimate coming up from the Malok right now. Really good way to zone out the members of VendettaEsports for them to be able to take the tier 2 turret on the top side. Now it is just one inhibitor turret left for Team VendettaEsports. But what CNC said is that they want to still respect VendettaEsports. We're gonna leave you alone. We're not gonna force in taking that inhibitor turret on the top side. Instead, we're gonna go for the Enraged Abyssal Dragon. At least we get a buff, we get more gold, and that will definitely give us lesser risk in getting a comeback from you guys.
They're just playing it in a very, very methodical manner. I really applaud how patient CNC is. Let's just see if their patience will, you know, pay off.
Yeah. Well, maybe some teams maybe would even force that inhibitor turret on the top side because they know they got the lead. Okay, let's force this. But, you know, there are some situations wherein a comeback happens because of that really aggressive plays, you know, disrespecting your opponent because they got the lead. But no, CNC wants to respect what Team Vendetta has as well in their kit, because those are two marksmen that you have to deal with.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna, you know, wait around and get that Dark Slayer. The timer is already at 20 seconds, and it's not that, you know, far. And the Clash is coming in, Kaisaya.
Yes, Clash is ongoing right now. You can see a lot of HP bars going so low onto the side of Team VendettaEsports. This is super close to a wipeout. Yoshihara trying to back away, but was that oh no! Oh, the Quadra was taken away from. No, it is a pentakill even. My mistake. That was the very first pentakill here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor. We're definitely gonna do a highlight on that one. That is worthy of a clip.
Congratulations to CNC GLORY on clinching this round 2 of the BO1 of Kaisaya's Community Cup Game 1 for today.
Ooh, I don't know what to say about that, but that was will you say that was a dominating match in favor of Team CNC?
Definitely, it was a very, very dominating match, especially if you see how the Rourke and the Ishar was doing a lot of the plays. They were always getting solo kills as much as they can. They also controlled the map. There was nothing that the Vendetta could have done in that game to make a comeback unless they would have wiped them.
Oh, this is Ishar top. Yeah. What do you call that again? Top server, Ishar, global, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, kudos and congratulations to CNC Glory. Don't you worry to the fans of Vendetta Esports. Definitely they can still make a comeback from the lower bracket. But for the meantime, it is CNC Glory moving on to round 3 in the upper bracket. And up next, you'll be able to see the next teams. It is going to be Archangel, SilverBullet from Indonesia, and No Mercy from Indonesia as well. For the meantime, we're gonna head on to a really short break. It is me and Vittorio as your casters, and we will be back.
That was a close call. I am heaven's will.
キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいる
よ。よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺は絶対に守る。君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。ギャー！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
We are back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor for the month of July 2020. I'm Kaisaya, and with me is Vittorio. And before anything else, I already would love to thank our sponsors, Garena, AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, Arthelian Gaming. Thank you so much for making this event even more exciting with the sponsorship that you have given to us. And yes, to our dear viewers, we have a 500 vouchers giveaway ongoing too, so make sure you type the exclamation point notify on the Facebook live stream, share the live stream on your wall publicly with the hashtag KCC event. So these are two Indonesian teams, Archangel, SilverBullet on the blue side and No Mercy on the red side. What do you think we might expect on these two teams, Vittorio?
Yeah, most of the Indonesian teams that we watch in this Community Cup, their prior pick was always D-Rack and then KRIZIX. You know, both of them, a combo of D-Rack and KRIZIX is always a high win rate for any team in this tournament, and I'm probably excited if D-Rack is going to be picked by both of these Indonesian teams, or if it wasn't going to be banned.
Yeah, it could be a high ban or a high pick. Let's just see how these things will go. Meantime, I want to give you shout outs to those who are currently watching on on Twitch and YouTube too. Orly Ortiz, hello to you. Also to, well, I couldn't, sorry if I butcher your name, but yeah, Utomo, Nur, Wikak, Sono, Nur Ayomi, Alot24, Left Red Studio, I'm Luhan7. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting. And to those who are currently on Facebook as well, tapping out those notify, we got Joshua Glory, Betsilog, Earl, Doctolero, Mark, Valte. Thank you guys for tuning on to our event right now. So there are no KRIZIX or D-Rack prio bans so far. Seems like both of the teams will try to let some chances and even trying to get a pick on these heroes you have mentioned a while ago, Vittorio.
Yeah, definitely the Zip and Kira bans are, you know, like I said, we have already discussed it in the first game. Those are both OP picks with their own mechanics. Now they banned the second ban of Archangel SilverBullet is Malak. You know, it's the best tank in game for now. In the current meta, it's the best tank. And now you see No Mercy just hovering the D-Rack ban, and they did.
Yeah. So D-Rack is out of the picture for a potential first pick of Archangel SilverBullet on this one, but the KRIZIX still available. But I can't recall though if KRIZIX is actually one of the, you know, prio picks in here for the side of the SilverBullet team. But in case, I just would like to ask you, is there any kind of playstyle that you have to do when you have a prio on a KRIZIX support?
Yeah, definitely in the KRIZIX, if it's a prio pick, you would definitely have heroes that would, you know, go in, like Richter, Malak, those kinds of heroes, also Yena. There's a lot of good combos that you can do with a very, very good KRIZIX player.
Yeah. Oh, Laville, Vittorio's hero, his favorite is here is getting a priority again. Question, Vittorio, which hero is a good matchup in the AD lane against a Laville?
Well, you know, the ones that can poke, Kafeni, Violet, Telenas, those are, you know, very, very good picks, especially until the, you know, power spikes of marksmans. Laville shines mostly in the mid to late game, so sure. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna fare very low against Kafeni, Violet, or any of the heroes that can poke him early.
For sure. And there you go. Priority on the Kha'Zix right now. Looks like Archangel SilverBullet needs to take some good care in case they plan to do some ganking on the No Mercy team, because No Mercy team can even actually match up ganking on against you know, I mean, with the composition so far that they have, Leville and Kha'Zix, for that alone, for that first 2 picks, we know that it is something that they are capable on even trying to set up a good gank. But Kafeni and Lumber in here, they will be matching up that AD side already. Ooh, Illumia, very fast decision to lock that hero out. What can you say about this, Vittorio?
Yeah, I think it's a very good synergy for Kha'Zix, especially if the Kha'Zix, skills hit. And they're all grouped together, and then Illumia uses that special skill to do a lot of damage. It would definitely be a very, very good wombo combo that we would look forward to if they can execute it right.
Oh, let's see about that. Meantime, they're actually putting on a decision on what to ban next in here. Team, okay, they locked in an Omen in here. Well, Richter looks like it will go on to the Dia side. Is Omen actually a counter of Richter?
For me, it's not. A good Richter is very, very mobile, and also if it's only the same skill level, for me, a Richter will always shine over other DS laners, except maybe for Florentino or Superman or Yena.
Alright, we'll see about that. Because there's no mid laner as of yet for the side of Archangel, but they're hovering on a Pain right now. Pain can be really so painful, especially when you give him the early lead already. He can just basically dash in on you, and if you don't have the way to escape from a dive coming from that Pain, you can just, he's actually fit to become an assassin mage as well. So basically his playstyle is like that. But for the meantime, they're gonna be matching up. Is this for real? An Arthur against a Richter. Does that look good just in case? If it's an Arthur that they match up against a Richter?
Actually, we have a saying in our team: if you're not sure on what DS lane or AD lane warrior you're gonna choose, the best pick would always be Arthur.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The reason it's one of the best picks if you're not sure about the matchups is because he can sustain the lane. He can gank lanes at a fast pace, not as fast as Richter, but he can always be just behind that Richter in the clashes, and also he can deal a lot of damage by himself, and he is very tanky.
Oh, but they picked up an Astrid in here. A matchup between the Astrid and Richter. Let's talk about that mainly. Who has the upper advantage on the lane, on the DS lane in here, for Richter and Astrid?
Yeah, they have 2 different skill sets, but Richter is more good at 5v5s because he can go from top to bottom lane without worrying about the creep waves, just because if they are successful in the clashes, a Richter can be very, very mobile, and he can go back to that DS lane before the tower gets pushed.
Volca? Yeah, go ahead.
And Astrid, I don't know. In 5v5 clashes, though, he can backs out a lot of heroes in the clashes. So the 2 of them doesn't really, I feel like they won't really skirmish that much at the DS lane.
Well, though we can see in here a Volcat jungler on the side of Archangel SilverBullet. I don't think Vlaville will have a problem with the Volcath because he has an escape tool anyway. But my worry is the Illumia. Illumia is not that mobile. If he doesn't have her second skill reserved to shove away Volcath, she could be in danger. So, but yeah, what do you think about the pickings as of the moment? Now, especially that we have completed it. Your thoughts?
I think there's a lot of potential on No Mercy, but for me, the overall balance goes with Archangel SilverBullet's lineup.
You're just biased because Laville is there and No Mercy.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe that's why you saw the potential. But yeah, let's see about that. I do agree on that one though. For the overall balance, I think I'm gonna go for the lineup of Archangel, SilverBullet. But just like what Vittorio said, there is hope for what No Mercy have picked in here because you know Laville is there, KazeeB is there, a really good way to set up team fights. What more if the Illumia will be able to pull off her ultimate at the right time? So yes, dear viewers, this is Archangel SilverBullet versus No Mercy. Just a quick recap of the hero and player lineup we have in here for the side of Archangel SilverBullet. We have Lumber, Kafeni, Volkath, KazeeB, or rather, sorry, Krixie, and Richter.
For the side of No Mercy, it's gonna be Illumia, Astrid, KazeeB, Irie, and Laville.
Now, I think... Do you think... Is there any teams in here who is in a good position to go for an invade?
5 seconds.
It's the Archangel SilverBullet's lineup. As you can see, there's a Richter and Volkath. But I know in pro games you don't like doing invades because there's a lot of risk factor. Especially this is a BO1. With just one mistake can, cost the momentum of the game to shift.
Yeah, for sure. But now they're not afraid in poking the members of Team No Mercy in the bush right now. And definitely Richter will have an upper advantage on positioning himself in the bushes or wherever you want. But yeah, so far everything's just pretty chill right now.
Yeah, Richter is, just poking out everyone he can. And he's being bullied by that Astrid. Just because he already lost some of his health helping out in the mid lane.
Yeah, for sure. So he gotta be careful. I think he needs to go back to the base and regenerate HP rather than getting punished onto the top side. A 1v1 is ongoing right now. There you go. Fortunately enough for WL, he will still have that chance to save his life. Good pokes coming in from the Krixie too.
Yeah, I think the Illumia should, go back to the base, be ready for the next objective clash. The Sentinel and Abyssal Dragon timer is already going almost up. Let's see who gets the first objective of the game.
Well, Team SilverBullet positioned themselves in the bottom lane part of the map. I'm not too sure if they got the confusion on which objective to take first. But yeah, they got a chance on even setting up a gank onto the bot side. They're gonna be a little bit late onto the Spirit Sentinel. Fortunately enough, No Mercy didn't even try to contest that early on, so lucky them. But yeah, I think this will be a secure for Team Archangel SilverBullet. And at the same time, look at that early position by the support, Decoy, as well as Arab onto that dragon already. But this is going to be a 3v4 just in case. Ooh, looks like they want to get lane in here. But the dragon will go onto the side of Archangel SilverBullet.
Yeah, for me, what look at it here is there's a clash in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, right after that Abyssal Dragon take, they're gonna go all in, double kill even for that Kafeni. I think that is a triple kill early this game time, just within 3 minutes. And at the same time, Arkhund, that Volkath, will be able to steal out the Sage Golem from the jungle camp of Team No Mercy. What went right for Team Archangel SilverBullet and what went wrong for the side of No Mercy, Vittorio?
What went wrong with No Mercy was that KazeeB was already half health and he refused to, go back. He just stayed in the bush and he got bursted down by that Kafeni to 1/4 health, and then here comes a Volkai using his SS, eliminating the KazeeB, and in the process, the Laville getting eliminated by that Kafeni.
Oh, again, a matchup on the bot side. Vittorio is getting punished in the bot. So, as you can see in here, a 3v2 is still up for grabs in here for the side of Team Archangel SilverBullet. Definitely a one by the numbers in there. Team No Mercy should have just backed away because, you know, if you list the numbers and, you know, you're at a disadvantage in terms of the gold, you just have to, you know, back away. And if your turret is about to be taken, just give it all to your opponent because, you know, unless you want to give your life to. But Illumia, I think you're in the wrong position to even go for a defense on that one. Definitely this is going to be an easy take for Team Archangel SilverBullet. On the other part of the map, you can see another tussle ongoing right now. Spirit Sentinel getting contested, 2v2 ongoing right now. Are they going to go for it? Oh, there goes the Illumia ultimate, but I'm not too sure who took it away. I think Hund took that that Spirit Sentinel. There goes the ultimate coming from the Laville too, but that didn't actually contribute anything. But so far, it is everything that is looking good going on to the side of Team Archangel SilverBullet.
Hopefully that double trouble killed the Volcat.
Did it? Oh!
Yeah, it did.
I thought like it wasn't just something, but yeah, okay. I'm sorry about your hero. I didn't notice that. so yeah. Anyway, I think that was catched in. We can clip that one out and have a replay. But yeah, double trouble did connect onto Archund, killing off the Archund, said Vittorio. Okay, we gotta respect Vittorio's hero here.
Yeah, I think the Laville versus Cafeni, like I told you in the early stages, Laville is gonna get bullied a lot. He shines more in the middle, in the late game. And as you can see, I'm not even sure why he was fronting that. He's not even tanky.
Oh yeah, a setup incoming in here, coming from the lumber right now onto the top side. Astrid will fall down, and they're not even done as of yet because they just still want to pressure. Double kill will go on to Arklin, Arcafeni right now. Ultimate done by Hund. Triple kill will be given to the very lovely Cafeni, and there you go. Quad kill even? What? A while ago it was a triple kill, like around 3 minutes, and now it is a quad at 6 minutes. Definitely Cafeni is online. 8-0-1 right now. You definitely would love to shut down that hero.
You know, they don't have a lot of opportunities to catch that Cafeni with that lumber just hovering at her back.
Wow. I mean,
he two-shotted that Illumia.
Yeah. Definitely, this needs a shutdown. If Team No Mercy wants to win this fight, they need to make it up to the late game so that the items will still go onto Waterfall, that Laville onto the bot side. But look at how WL is actually zoning out that lone Laville. If this Laville overextends, definitely he'll be put into a bad position. But now we have a tussle. Oh, okay. WL still respects No Mercy because the moment he saw that there are 3 members on the side of No Mercy, he just backed away. He won't go for a 3v1 fight because you know he will still be at a disadvantage. But for the meantime, I think this is gonna be an easy Dark Slayer take for the side of Team Archangel SilverBullet. But yeah, what else do we see? Oh!
I thought it was just gonna be a steal.
Oh my goodness, that was super close. That was super. I was actually waiting for that to happen, to be honest. So sorry about that. But if that happens, that is really worthy of a. I mean, I'm gonna put my hands down onto this waterfall because it's just connecting almost many of the double trouble connecting against any objectives or any kills.
Yeah, you know, they're just skirmishing. That Cafeni is very, very aggressive right now. He knows she has the damage to just burst down, 2-shot that Illumia or maybe 3-shot that Laville. He's just being very, very aggressive, and now they're taking down the tier 2 middle lane turret.
And they're actually not even stopping. They're now here at the inhibitor turret side of the map. Do you think there is something wrong with the Illumia pick? I mean, this is not part of the meta, but was she the reason why No Mercy is currently at the disadvantage right now, or is it just basically on how Team SilverBullet executed their play?
Actually, the execution was always with the Archangel SilverBullet. The initiative was there. And also, the kills was always the ones getting killed was there's a clash coming in, Kaisaya.
Clash indeed. I think they're just gonna be basically going all in here while the other members are going for the turret. It is pure domination right now between these two teams. From Indonesia, it is Archangel that is getting that. Oh, look at that damage! That's why I love. That's why I love the fan too. I mean, she's just bully. Yes, you do have that life. I mean, half bar, but you know, just in one burst damage from her first kill, you'll definitely get deleted. But yeah, GGWP, No Mercy will fall down to the lower bracket. There's still hope for them to make a comeback coming from the lower bracket, just like what I have mentioned. But Archangel SilverBullet showed some good power, showed us some good domination in terms of how they draft, in terms of how they execute their plays. It's just pure, you know, pure skills and pure both micro and macro play. So yeah, congratulations Archangel SilverBullet, you're moving on to round 3. But what about you, Vittorio? What are your thoughts on the match that we've seen just a while ago?
The crucial mistakes that No Mercy did at this game was, let them get bursted down. When your health falls below half, you should always go back to the base no matter what happens. It's okay to give out objectives early game, but it's not okay if you're gonna die.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try to take objectives, the best possible outcome is that you guys won't die in the team. Because if you die, the objectives get it. If you get the objectives, there's no point at all.
Oh yeah, no point at all. But anyway, guys, that was our second series for today. We'll be back for IU.ASW from Indonesia versus Todolist from Indonesia as well. And later on, we will be joined with caster KazeeB as well. But for the meantime, yes, we're just gonna be heading on to a really short break. Don't you go away.
Lightning Ball! Star Splash! キリト君、私が守る。決める。今。行くわよ。トリプルキル。Legendary! Double kill! Triple kill! How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying? Without trying? And how will we ever see if we're meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. まして、私はアスナ。そしてこっちが。
どうも、キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるからがぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
あ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
Hey guys, we are back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor. That is our featured game for the month of July 2020. And now, this time, I am actually joined with caster KazeeB and Vittorio. So, yeah, you're about to witness matches or a match between IU.ASW from Indonesia and Todolist from Indonesia as well. And this is the upper bracket round 2, just the best of 1 match. We're about to find out who will move on to the next round. And at the same time, I would like to thank our sponsors, Garena Indonesia, Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and also Arthelian Gaming. To our dear viewers, don't forget, because you know, who knows, you might win 500 vouchers from Garena AOV themselves. So just type !notify. Make sure you share the live stream publicly on your wall with the hashtag KCC AOV. So while I ask the teams if they are ready, maybe I'd like to ask KazeeB and Vittorio what they might expect. So maybe I'll ask KazeeB first. What do you expect on this 2 Indonesian team matchup?
I've only heard of the first team for the first time, the IU.ASW, but Todolist, I think I casted their game, the first game in this tournament. They're very good. Their rotations are on point, so I'm expecting, since they're both Indo teams, their execution in terms of gameplay and rotations are gonna be on point.
Ooh, yes, and I just want to give you shout-outs to those who are currently watching on YouTube. Hello to you, Steno, and also Serbat Squad, and to those who are currently watching on Facebook, Matthew David, thank you for supporting our stream. Also to Raul, Nipai, and Putra PSV. So there you go. Let's talk about the draft right now. Still a pretty consistent bans in here, Dirac and Zip. Why are these heroes getting a priority ban, Vittorio?
I just thought that they could disrupt the gameplay, and also the for a Zip, I could delay the lanes, do some stunts, save some low health heroes, while Dirac has that long range disruption in the backline if he uses his second skill. The opportune moments. His first skill can, knock back, so it's a prolonged CC at most, and also that laser and shield. Yeah, you definitely want to ban that Dirac.
Well, Elendor though getting a priority in here. Does this sound like danger already for Team Todolist, KazeeB?
For me, I don't think it spells out danger, but they do have to find a way to counter this Elendor, because he can farm very fast, so it's gonna be difficult for any jungler to go against him. He will finish wave clear earlier, I think, by around split seconds though, but yeah.
Cool. Are you really going to prioritize the Cricknack already? So, is this a good thing that they have locked in a Cricknack early on already, Vittorio? Because normally, we pick the jungler somewhere mid or late during the draft. But is this a good news for Todolist? Is this a good thing that they have done this?
Well, they're already expecting that they're gonna use the Islander as a jungle, so they're pretty sure with their pick. Because they know that the quick knock might be banned in the third and fourth. And as I know very clearly, NB Clarine is a very, very good quick knock user. He was the one who eliminated us to the lower bracket.
Oh. Oh yeah, the 4v5. Yeah, I mean, this is their combo. I mean, Kriknak and well, they made use of a teamy before, so I'm pretty sure Vittorio has his eyes on this team right now. You're the one who eliminated us, putting us in the lower bracket, so I'm gonna watch you guys out. And there you go. It's kind of a cheese pick in here as well, that there's a chi that was locked in on the side of Team Todolist. KZ, what is this thing that we might expect, seeing that there's a Florentino fight and chi fight on the DS lane?
I think it will just really depend on both players. But I do normally see in tournaments, it's quite often that when one team picks a Florentino, they choose a key to go against him. Sometimes the key is in that at advantage, and sometimes it's the Florentino. It will really depend on how they both play their heroes.
All right. So, Vittorio, do you still think that Florentino is a like, you know, a highly mechanical hero that can still go 1v3 or 1v4?
Definitely if a Florentino is good, but with a quick knock and, you know, it's just gonna get bursted down at the end of the day, for sure. So the Florentino should always still be careful, unless he builds, you know, pure tank items.
Alright, so the Todolist also have let two good marksman pick past, Cafeni and Laville, while they got the opportunity early on to even secure the one up. But it seems like it is no worries for them, because this is a Joker getting hovered right now. And in terms of burst damage, it seems like Florentino and Elandor might have a problem with that, especially if the passive procs in onto these heroes. Is that something okay? But no priority in that one. I guess it doesn't matter for them. But yeah, what are your thoughts on so far how we're going in this one? And the decision as well on that Joker hover on to the side of Todolist, KazeeB.
Well, for me, if they did end up picking that Joker, I think it would have been a good pick just to complete their lineup, because as you said, the Joker has a lot of damage that he can do, and it's gonna be difficult for both the Elandor and the Florentino to get to him. But the Crixie is also a good pick in my opinion, because she has the knockup and the CC to help her team.
For sure. Telanas though, looks like the usual combo. I mean, this is old school combo. Baldum and Telanas all together in one lane. Telanas just getting that babysit that she needs. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this one? Is Telanas a good pick, especially against a Kriknak that maybe he can that maybe Kriknak will just burst down later on? What do you see on this draft so far, Vittorio?
Yeah, well, I'm seeing in the draft here that picking the Telanas is gonna be a hindrance. You don't want anyone. You already have an Elander, and you don't want another one to defend. You know, a support can only do so much in a game. You can only defend almost at most one target. So I think it's just gonna be about the Kriknak being able to burst down one of those carries as much as possible in the clash.
Yeah, well, now it all depends as well if they discuss, okay, who's gonna protect the Telanas, who's gonna protect the Elandor. But maybe they have confidence on that Elandor because this is quite a mobile hero, but it is still a marksman that is squishy. But yes, here it is, IU.ASW on the blue side, Indonesian team versus Todolist on the red side, another Indonesian team. It will be casted by KazeeB and Vittorio. I'll pass it on to our casters.
Thank you for that, Kaisaya. And now for a quick it's what team is this?
IU.ASW.
Yeah, Team IU.ASW, Florentino, Ellender, Baldum, Tolanas, and Alistair.
And for the side of Todolist, we have Key, Chrisix, Crixie, Cricknack, Yorn. Oh no, this is gonna be very difficult to cast. It's a Chrisix and Crixie again.
So do you have any teams that you're rooting for, KazeeB, based on the lineup?
They're both equal. It just really depends on execution. I like though the IU.ASW. They have two protections actually to add to what you were saying a while ago. Since they have the Baldum, they also have the Alistair to help. I think they picked him because he's able to stun, and at least if the Cricknack tries to burst down either one of the MMs, he can use his ultimate to catch them or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I also like what IU.ASW because Todolist just I know I like I like the composition of Todolist because I know they're very very good. They're using their comfort heroes instead of the meta. And look at here, the bottom, just harassing that Yorn because Yorn and Telenas is one of the heroes that are not that mobile. They don't have that escape. They only have slows and stuns.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Actually, it's even more difficult for Talanas to move around because she doesn't have a stun or anything. She just has really long range. But here we see the Krizix trying to get the Baldum, but he does not get caught. But the rest of the members are just busy farming up, clearing their lanes. And I think here on the top lane, we see that our Cricknack's in the position to try to gank here, but it seems the Florentino went back. Oh, we got a knock up onto our Chrisix, and the Baldum's trying to get him again, but unfortunately his teammates weren't in that area to capitalize on his capture there. So for now, I think they're gonna head back to their lanes for the meantime.
But the gold is, the gold lead is already with Todolist for now. They taken the first sentinel of the game, and the Cricknack is very very fast in clearing this jungle. For now, I think they're just farming smart.
I agree with you. They're just being very careful in terms of engaging their opponents. Oh, the Chrisix almost gets caught. What got stunned also by the ultimate by the Honest, and I think our Todolist has turned this fight around, getting a kill on the Baldum as well as the Alistair, and the Keys all the way here on the bot lane. And the Chrisix overextends there inside the tower, but with the rest of the members, they really pursue another kill. What do you think happened there, Vittorio?
No, it's gonna be a 4-man wipe. They weren't able to burst down that Krizix that fast, so it really went back to the game that Todolist was able to get that momentum shifted to them, and they know that the Cricknack was on very very close, and with that drone drop, it finished off that Baldum at fast speeds.
Yeah, that's very true, and I think it was also disadvantageous to them because the Baldum had much more. He was too much into that fight that it was very easy for the Cricknack to even burst down more than just him, but also his teammates as well. And here in the top lane, we see that the Cricknack's here trying to set up something with the Chi on the Florentino, but they don't get any poke damage onto him, but they do get this wave clear. And in the mid lane, we see that our Crixie is able to burst down our Alistair here with the help of the Crixie and the top lane as well. The Florentino dies in the process versus two people from the side of Todolist. So what do you think IU.ASW can do in this game to get back into it?
They just need to play smart. The Cricknack is not, it's very very squishy. So you just let that Cricknack overextend and go to your towers. And like I said, Telenas is a very very bad pick. As you can see in every clashes, she cannot run by herself, as opposed to other traditional marksmen like Violet, who has her rolls, Ellender with his dashes. And you can see just that Cricknack is just trying to farm that Florentino
Yeah, and here we do see a clash. The Baldum has just arrived to help his teammates in IU.ASW. What a nice ulti out by the Cricknack there. And we do see that they will disengage this team fight real quick while the rest of the members of Todolist secure the second Abyssal Dragon. Oh, yeah, the second Abyssal Dragon of the game.
Yeah, and also, you know, they were engaging the Abyssal Dragon. Like I said, if you're not sure if one of your guys or two of your guys are gonna die just for an Abyssal Dragon, it's not gonna be worth it.
We see the Cricknack just went in right into the tower, killing the Florentino, and I think this is a top-tier tower in favor of Todolist, but the rest of the members here of IU.ASW trying to set up something with the Crisix, doing all he can to distract the members where the Crixie is able to arrive on time. They do get the Yarn. We get an ultimate onto the Crisix, and he survives still with a lot of members of IU.ASW dying here. And I think with 4 members still alive, Todolist will secure this middle tier tower. And another kill by the Cricknack onto the Elendor as well.
There be any stopping to this momentum. This, you know, the Cricknack is just killing people left and right. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm traumatized with Cricknack, good Cricknack users. They're just too fast.
Yeah, I agree with you because I actually I got to go against this team as well in casual game. They're really good. They didn't even have a marksman. They were all melee with one mark with a Dirac. It's really difficult to go against this team. So, guys, since there's really not much happening in the map right now, we do see that Todolist, they're very objective pace. They try to get all monster creeps, and I think they're gonna set up something. The Crisix ultimate has been used. What a nice burst damage we're getting onto the Elendor. The Elendor's trying to escape, but there are 4 members of Todolist to secure this kill, while our Yorn is just casually farming here in the top lane. We do see our Key just clearing up the wave here in top lane so that he can set up for his team. The wave clears. I think she might get caught out by our Florentino. She's getting bursted down so much, but there's backup already from the Todolist, and I think they will disengage this fight.
You know, the momentum is already shifted. They're almost having a 10k gold lead over IU.ASW.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, the Galdum tries to catch the Crisix, but there's so much burst damage coming from the Yorn, and our Cricknack burst damage is killing so many members of IU.ASW with the rest of the members. Even the Key has joined the fight and is able to burst down the Tel-Anas as well. Only our Alistair and an Endless Cycle used by our Elendor to survive and try to clear up their waves right now. And for sure, our Todolist team are going to go objective-wise. They're gonna clear their waves, make sure that they're pushing and try to secure this Dark Slayer after our Cricknack gets all the buffs he needs.
Yeah, the only opinion that I have here is don't let Clarine have that Cricknack in the next game. You know, it's just he's just dominating left and right.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. He knows exactly when to go in and out of team matches, and his burst damage is so insane right now. Oh, but the Yorn is caught by the Baldum, as well as our Crisix, and there's a 5v3 going on, and our IU.ASW team was able to secure a lot of kills, but with the backup coming from Todolist, the Key is the only one alive, and our Cricknack has just used his Endless Cycle, and I think he will go objectives, get the Spirit Sentinel, then go directly to the Dark Slayer, while the Key will be pushing lanes.
It's the second pentacle of the Kaisaya Community Cup, and it comes with the Todolist. Will it be a win for Todolist, or will there still be a chance for comeback for Team IU.ASW? What do you think? What do you think they can do to turn this around, KazeeB?
For me, I think they really need a nice setup. What they need to catch is the Cricknack. I think that most, because what happens is even if they're able to burst down some heroes, the damage is too much once the Cricknock arrives. And we see the Yorn just doing a lot of free hits onto the Alistar and securing the kill for his team. The Drake has been summoned on the top lane, and the Key is busy clearing the bot lane as well. All the lanes are pushing towards onto the core of our IU.ASW team, and I think they will secure this top lane inhibitor as well. We see the Chrisix using his flicker, getting into the tail on us, and they get another kill with our Baldum and Florentino doing all they can so that they can burst down to Todolist, but with the Drake still alive, and they tower lock this, they secure the win of this game. Congratulations to Todolist.
Yeah, what a dominating performance by Todolist. He led the game at 13k gold. What do you think about that, Kaisaya?
Man, they're a bully. I mean, you know what? There were no moments wherein I saw this Cricknock not doing anything. Like, he will go onto a part of a map, making sure that he will get an objective. Like, there's no stopping. They're not even like, if he will try to gap, it is just like 1 to 3 seconds waiting time. But if there's nothing to do, he will add in his to-do list that he will make sure he will go back to farming and farming and farming and farming, and that's where to-do list is actually like doing. But at the same time, of course, the contribution by his teammates, making sure that so that the Cricknock will not have a hard time in farming, making sure that the Chrisix will create space, that the laners will not die on their lanes as much as possible. Because if you know, if your jungler is hardworking in jungling, and if you just keep on dying on your lane, and then it will just be put into waste. And so overall, we can call this to-do list, making sure that they will help each other in performing their role. And I think that's what is making them strong right now. You know, apart from, of course, knowing the micro skills of each of the heroes that they use. But yeah, overall, I think they're quite dominant. And yeah, what do you guys think about that? Maybe I'll ask Vittorio first, because he matched up against this team already.
You know, the only opinion I have is, you know, don't let Clarine get that Cricknock. He's very, as you can see, he's done a lot of micro plays using that Cricknock. The Baldum can even catch him with the well-placed SS. So, you know, if he knows that hero, then, you know, just use that ban as a respect ban and ban that Cricknock out of this game.
Yeah. How about you, KazeeB?
I agree with that. I also went against this team already on casual, so he was also using a Cricknock. The way he moves around the map, it's really efficient, especially in terms of gold and objectives. So it's a respect ban. You should do a respect ban against this.
It is not even top global Cricknock. Look at that right now, right over there. So yeah, well, anyway, you will see more of to-do list because they will be heading on to round 3 in the upper bracket. Congratulations. But to the fans of IU.ASW, don't you worry, because they will still have some hope in the lower bracket. But for the meantime, guys, we're just going to be heading on to a short break. Up next is Demonic Team from Indonesia and Vendetta Team 2 from the Philippines. So don't you go away. We'll be right back.
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。待ちなさい。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君、私が守る。決める。今。行くわよ。
Community Cup Arena of Valor. That is our featured game for the month of July. So with me is still KazeeB and Vittorio, and up next you're about to see Demonic Team from Indonesia versus Vendetta Team 2 from the Philippines. We're just waiting for one member from Demonic Team. So yeah, while we're waiting for that, for the meantime, I want to give huge shout outs to our dear sponsors. Thank you so much, Garena AOV Indonesia, for the vouchers for our viewers and the teams who will win this tournament. Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and of course Arthelian Gaming. To those who wants to be included, to include themselves as one of the sponsors, do message me in any of my social media channels for us to discuss on what we can do to work on this opportunity. And at the same time, to our dear viewers, get a chance on winning 500 vouchers as one of our giveaways in here on the Facebook live stream. All you have to do is to type !notify in the live chat just once, and make sure that you share the live stream publicly on your wall as well with the hashtag KCCAOV. I hope you guys enjoy watching, because pretty sure you can learn a thing or two from our really competitive teams right now in this tournament. And if you're having trouble watching on Facebook, we're also live on Twitch and YouTube. Just search over Kaisaya and that's it. So yeah, Philippines versus Indonesia once more. Any expectations for these two teams right now? Oh, thank you so much for this stars, 25 stars. Nelven Tayone, I can see that clearly. There you go. There you go. Yes, Nelven Tayone, thank you so much. That will help a lot in, you know, in giving me more like inspiration to continue this kind of event. So yeah, expectations, dear casters. Have you seen these teams? Do you know any of these teams? Let's start with KazeeB.
I know some of the members of the Vendetta team too, because they're since they're Filipino. At some point, I may have gone against them in casual or ranked. But for the side of the demonic team, I have not come across them yet. But I expect that these teams are gonna show us some good gameplays for this next game.
Yeah. How about you, Vittorio? You're a friendly guy, so maybe you know some people on Vendetta team too.
Yeah, I've seen some of Vendetta's team too, like that Kratos and Petrichor, but I've never seen Master Yo, Mabar Yukbang, or that. What's that rerun? And I have no idea about demonic team.
Well, we are about to witness what they will put onto the table. Teams are not yet ready. We're waiting for Team Demonic to ready, because it seems like one of their members still setting up something, maybe in his kit or whatever. But yeah, maybe let's talk about the previous match a while ago. Off cam, we were talking about how you know, Todolist actually dominated that one, and the Kriknak dominating that match even more. What is that Kriknak doing on the map, KazeeB?
No, he was very focused on farming, and then his map awareness was really on point. Every time he saw that there was a potential clash between one of his members, he would respond to it right away. And I think that's why he got a lot of gold and a lot of kills in that match.
Yeah, a lot of gold. And we were talking about how it is in the mindset of team Todolist is just putting that number game onto their minds, not only in clashes but also in, you know, in making sure that there will be some farm for their side. How about you, Vittorio? Any other thoughts about that apart from that Kriknak feature?
You know, when they had the first pick they saw that Kriknak, they shouldn't have opted to 80 lane Telenas. Yeah, it just, you know, they added just food for that Kriknak to feed on. And it just spiraled out to what you saw, a very, very dominating game for NB Chlorine.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe teams in the upper bracket already have learned that information. Okay, is this a one trick Kriknak Chlorine, but we don't know. But yeah, let's talk about the teams right now. We're now onto the drafting phase in this current series that you're currently seeing. Demonic team on the blue side and Vendetta team 2 on the red side. The rack ban, that is usual. Is there anything that you expect if the rack is getting banned? Are they really trying to pick something in here where the rack is a counter, KZ?
I don't think it's about the direct counter. I think Dirac as a hero in this meta, he has a lot of skills that can either annoy or even turn around team fights. So I think the priority ban is just because of that. And I see it both even in ranked games, just ranked games. He's also banned a lot.
Laville also getting a ban. Also that Pain. I think yes, indeed, they just wanna remove those heroes that will appear to be like annoying for them, like a hard thing for them. But for Demonic team, instead of banning out the Laville, they will be opting for a zip ban. So Okay, they're letting the Leville go away. I wonder if Demonic team will secure this one out. Vittorio, your thoughts about this?
It's either gonna be an Ellender or Laville.
Oh yeah, they have to think about that. Which one to prioritize?
I think if they're gonna go for jungle marksman, Ellender would be the pick. And if they're gonna go for AD, then it's gonna be Laville.
There you go. Actually, Vendetta Team 2 just gave Demonic Team a thinking on which one to prioritize first. Is it the Laville? Is it the Elandor? But for Team Demonic, they want to prioritize that Elandor. They believed in the power of the Elandor in the jungle. But yeah, Krignak is also available, by the way, so I still can't move on from that Krignak a while ago. But meantime, Vendetta Team 2 seems like they have other type of composition for their very own team. So it seems like they're going for their comforts. KazeeB.
Yeah,
What
they are.
What do you think about these two prior picks? It is an early Zeal, just in case. I'm not too sure if that's something really good for Vendetta Team 2.
No, I think the Zill, I think it's just because they want an assassin that can really do damage to the Elendor without having to aim really well. I think that's the problem. That's personally my problem with the Elendor. He's hard to hit, especially because of his skills. He can move around the map pretty well. So I think that's why they prioritize the Zill as the counter, I guess, of the Elendor.
Alright then, so we have this magic damage source, damage dealing jungler so far on both sides. Even more magic if the Zata is gonna be locked in. What is Zata? What is a Zata in the mid lane, Vittorio?
Well, Zata in the mid lane is very, very mobile also. He can clear lanes as fast as the other mid laners like Dirac or Quixie. And also he can, go into clashes if you time the second skill right. Even if is just in the middle of the river, he'd still be able to, contribute in the bot lane or the top lane, whichever he wants to gank. As long as they have the vision, of course.
Vision is super important, and of course that will come into handy and into use if our supports on both sides will be able to do so. We don't know if this Victor is gonna go for the support as of yet. It's gonna be a mind game. It's gonna be a mind game for Vendetta Team 2. Vendetta Team 2, they haven't picked any support as of yet. Maybe they're waiting for. Well, we have a lot of options for the meantime. But do you see any good support so far for given this first 3 picks of Team Vendetta? KZ?
Oh, I personally like the combo of the Kafeni and the Lumber for support.
Kafeni and Lumber for support. And there's something that Team Vendetta Team 2 can still pull off just in case. Anyway, Lumber still available. So yeah, might as well we just wait for it. And it looks like onto the sides, Demonic Team might be opting for a Warrior side because, they haven't picked any other marksman because although they got the chance already. So what do you think about that? Lone MM jungle for Demonic. Thoughts about that, Vittorio?
Actually, it's also viable. One of the best to do is just have lesser people to protect, and if you can only focus on protecting the Islander, then that's gonna be better in 5v5 clashes instead of just defending 2 MMs and then losing both of them.
Yeah, for sure. So this is gonna be an Elandor in the jungle, Kafeni on the side, Fennec getting a hover ban in here. Murad, is this worth of a ban right now? KZ?
If they lock in the Murad, I don't think it's a
Worthy
good
ban.
ban. Yeah, but they did end up banning the Omen instead.
So getting that Omen banned on the side of Demonic Team. Do you have any guesses like where they might be planning to put on that Richter?
I think that this is gonna be a double warrior comp for Demonic team.
Well, Arim. So instead of a Lumber, they want to pick up an Arim. Is this because of this really mobile Elandor right now, Vittorio?
Yeah, I think they want to catch the Ellender using that Arim, but it's gonna be hard if, for example, if a very very good Ellender can always space himself from those melees. You know, yeah, for me, Arim is a very very easy hero to kite. So it will really depend on how that Arim uses his skill sets to catch that Ellender.
But yeah, instead of banning out the Murad too, look at that. Demonic team seems like they will want to pick this Murad for themselves, but I'm not too sure. So that was a flex pick. I mean, that was quite confusing because we all this time we thought that Elandor is going to be on the jungle. So apparently it is a matchup between Elandor and Kufeni onto the side, and Murad will be on the jungle, Zil will be on the jungle as well. Do you see any advantage or disadvantages in here, Vittorio?
Yeah, for me, I think just because they picked the Zil, they picked that Murad because a Murad jungle is gonna fare better than that. It's gonna fare better in a Murad versus Zil matchup.
Let's see about that though. But yeah, for the meantime, to those who are currently watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, this is Demonic Team versus Vendetta Team 2, coming from Indonesia and Philippines consecutively. Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor, that is our featured game for July 2020. I pass it to you, to our casters, KazeeB and Vittorio.
Thank you for that, Kaisaya. So let's just go for the quick recap. Now for Demonic Team, they have Richter, Murad, Ellender, Zata, and Crash.
And for the side of Vendetta Team 2, we have a Tolan, Arum, Kafani, Astrid, and Zil. So based on the lineups of both teams, do you have any idea which lineup you'd go for, Vittorio?
Both teams were thinking on the draft, but I personally like how they picked up Murad at the last second. For me, it's a very, very good hero, a very, very mobile hero, and also a very, very good counter for Zil if he times his skills right.
Yeah, I super agree with you there as well. And I'm kind of questionable about the Aram pick as well, as you mentioned a while ago during the ban and pick phase, just because I think it's easy for Demonic Team to burst her down rather than our Ellender getting picked up or like captured by the ultimate. But we'll see what these teams are gonna show us in this team fight. This is the game 1 between Demonic Team and Vendetta Team 2. So currently, there's really not much happening in the map. We see that the Aram's really trying to enter the jungle to provide some vision for his team, but the Crest is not letting her even step into their jungle at all. So for now, we do see that there's a little bit of scrimmage here in the top lane between the Richer and the Astrid, but they will both disengage this with the Astrid still fairly healthy, while the Richer's kind of needs to be careful in where he positions himself. So we do see that our Zil is almost done farming here in the top lane, while our Murad as well is almost completing his jungle here in the bot. We do see that the Zil is already in the position to gank onto the Richer, and they know that the Richer has little health, and I think an ultimate to him, that will be first blood in favor of Vendetta Team 2.
Yeah, of course they know, look at that, Murai getting that Tolan kill, answering back that first blood by Zil. You know, if you're a DS laner and you know that the jungle is coming in, you should always stay in that tower just to, prevent the enemy team to get that kill.
And we see a secure of the Spirit Sentinel in favor of Demonic Team. And though after that clash, I think Demonic Team was also able to secure the Tolan, so it was just basically a one person in that instance, because just because it would happened on a different clash doesn't mean that any team got it in favor of their team though. But we do see our Vendetta team 2 positioning around this Abyssal Dragon, but they just chose to reset it and are focusing on this vision here in the bot lane. The Zill has arrived to help his team, but also Demonic team is in the position as well here. There are 4 members in the position to contest this Abyssal Dragon deck by Vendetta game. Team 2, and I think they're going to try to contest this, but our Vendetta team 2 is able to secure the Abyssal Dragon, and I think they need to disengage after this team fight. There are a lot of level 4s in our Vendetta team 2, and for now we do see that the Richer is just clearing the way for his team here in the mid lane, while the Zill is waiting here for someone to pass by. But we do have a CN engagement here in the bottom lane, and we get a kill onto the Crash and to the Aram as well. The Kafen is so very low right now, and I think, wow, the Elders coming in and out of the tower, getting a lot of damage, as well as the Murad here, and they will now disengage that team fight, and that was a 2-for-2 as well.
Yeah, they're actually leaning on both of the goalies isn't that big. As you can see, Zata was very effective at there. He hit his combos and bursted down that Kafeni for the Murad to get that kill.
Yeah, I totally agree with you here, but we do see that our Richer here in top lane's struggling a lot against the Astrid. That's probably because of her passive where she gets a lot of shields. So it's not that big of a deal, since as long as they're able to clear their waves and don't let their towers be pushed, that's not that bad for them. But we do I think that Demonic team needs to continue their gold search and make sure that they rotate more cleanly in this game. So for now, we do see that the Astrid's going right into the Richer, and she'll disengage right away there, just poking him out a little bit. But here in the mid lane, we see that both of the Totolan and the Aram are also just providing some vision. But we do see there's another engagement. The Astrid's so very aggressive here to the Richer again with the Zill in the back. But here in the bot lane, we do see that there's a clash, and they do secure the Capheny. The Murad was really, really nice in the terms of the ultimate. What a nice combo by the Zata. Nice ultimate by the Crash. And I think they're going to try to secure the kill onto the Aram as well. Very, very low Aram here. And we get another kill onto him. We see that the Mac of Frost was used by the Murad, but it's not enough to save his life. And the Crash is all alone there, getting sniped by the rest of the members of Vendetta Team 2.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that could happen there. They were hesitating. The Crash already popped his ult. Instead of entering, they struggled for about 3 seconds before trying to commit. And that was one of the gravest mistakes that we've seen in this clashes. That gave room to the red team to, burst them down during that 3-second duration. And, the Richter here is not being as effective as we thought he would be. Just because that Astrid is, containing him into the top lane.
Yeah, I super agree with you there. I also saw that hesitation from the Demonic team to enter that team fight when the Crash popped out his ultimate, because I was expecting once he popped it out, the rest of the members would come running right into the tower just to secure the kills. But it was a little too late for them to try to engage that team fight, and it was kind of turned around in favor of Vendetta Team 2. But we do see that the Astrid's already here in the mid lane with the rest of the members of his team. There are only 3 members of Demonic team left. The Aram was able to get the Zata, and they secure the kill onto him, where there are 5 members here of Vendetta Team 2, and they do get another kill, as well as a lot of poke damage onto Demonic team. The Kafen is free hitting here, and the Aram's able to do a lot for her team with the use of her lines, her second skill, and the Zill was able to use his ultimate very efficiently in that match.
Yeah. It was, there's a lot of wow moments in that clashes. I don't know why that Crash already has that red rage fueled up, but he wasn't able to pop it out on time. it's a very, very great mistake. If he could have used those his SS to just use it to disengage. But I think he was saving it for a comeback clash.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying, and it was unfortunate that the Elendor and the Murad weren't able to secure the kill onto the Zill. He survives with a sliver of health, though we do see that Demonic team is trying to get back into this by securing an objective, the Abyssal Dragon. But we see that there are 3 members of Vendetta Team 2 to contest, but unfortunately it is... Oh, they were able to secure it, I think.
Yes,
right?
they were able to secure it because the Zill was low in health, and they all know that he went back. It's one of the the best basics here in AOV is if the enemy jungler is already at low health.
Yeah,
look at here.
So we
there's
have
a clash KazeeB.
Yeah, there's a clash here in the blue side of the blue buff, and we do see the Crash has got an ultimate by the Arum, and the Caffeine is able to free hit here, and there are so many members dying from Demonic team, and all members of our Vendetta team 2 are still alive here.
Yeah, I think having that Elender, that AD is very, very bad. In exchanges, Elender is not really good against heroes like Kafeni who can do a lot of DPS. Now they're trying to get this Dark Slayer, and the first Dark Slayer of the game goes with VendettaEsports Team 2.
Team 2, yeah. And I think that our Demonic team really need to just farm up a little bit. It's not that big of a gold lead yet. It's just around 4K. And I think with a good clash, they'll be able to do something for the team. What a nice kill for the Murad on that Caffeine. They really needed that so that they have this advantage. They're now in a 5v4, but our Caffeine has now popped up her endless cycle, and she is alive, so this will still be a 5v5. She's on her way to her teammates. Our Demonic team is locking this Drake, and they do secure it. But here in the mid lane, we do see the Astrid very aggressive onto the Richer, and he will have to head back there. But the rest of the members of Vendetta Team 2 are now here in the top lane, ready to do something for their team. And there's an ultimate on the Murad. He's caught out, and with the burst damage coming from the rest of the members of Vendetta Team 2, that's just way too much for the Murad to handle. While all of that was happening, though, we do see that our Richers busy here trying to split push, but the Astrid has just arrived right in time so that no tower push can be made. On the top lane, our Crash is trying to defend this top tier tower. There's an Arum and an Tolan trying to reach him, but I don't think they will commit to it. But we do see that our Zill was able to snipe down the Zata, who was trying to defend their Sage buff there, and we see another tower push here in the top lane for Vendetta Team 2, and they catch the Crash again with a nice ultimate from the Arum, and that's an additional kill for the Cap.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that that's happening in favor of Vendetta. The momentum, I don't know. It's just that the lineup, the Richter is very, very ineffective at this game. It makes a difference if the DS lane is being dominated to that extent. As you can see here, the Astrid is very, very active in roaming and was able to go to all the clashes while Richter was just, clearing the lane, not able to contribute to the clashes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying as well. It's like the Richter really struggled there, but you have an aggressive Astrid here going into the Richter. The Arum is not far behind. The Arum has used her ultimate on the Richter, but there's no backup from her team. But they're doing a lot of burst damage, and I think the Crash without his ultimate just dies in the process, while the Elendor gets bursted down by the Caffeine. There's so much happening. Our Zata tries to use his ultimate to snipe down at least the Caffeine, but he lacks so much damage there, while the Murad was busy split pushing here in the top lane. The rest of the members of Vendetta Team 2, 5 members here with 1 creep still alive. We do see, I think they're going to try to lock this tower, but with 5 members still alive. What a nice ultimate by the Richer, trying to get the kill onto the Caffeine, and they do secure that kill. And though the Astrid has just entered the team fight, getting the kill onto the Richer as well, but very low health bars here on the side of Vendetta Team 2, and I'm thinking they need to disengage this fight. But they know they're at an advantage right now. Demonic Team is trying to snipe down this Aram pick, and our Crest has his ultimate available, but I don't think they should spend their time trying to get this kill on the Aram and focus on farming first, get the Elendor farm, get their members farm first, because we're at 7k gold lead right now in favor of Vendetta Team 2.
It's a very dangerous situation. If that Elendor was slightly farmed even for a bit, they could have wiped those 3 heroes remaining at that who was trying to push down the base. As you can see here, Crash is just boxing out that Murad, trying to get some SS in and try to snipe that Kafeni, but there's still, it's one of the ways to change the momentum is have a 4v5 clash around the Dark Slayer. So let's see what they can do if there's still gonna be a chance for a comeback at this game.
Yeah, we do see that there are 4 members for both teams around this Dark Slayer, and we have a skirmish of the Richter and the Astrid on the bot lane. Astrid's able to push this lower tier, but I'm not sure who's gonna secure this dragon. Oh my god, our Murad has secured this Dark Slayer and has killed the Kafani as well. There's an ultimate on the Crest, but there's no one to help our Aram in terms of surviving this team. That's a triple kill onto the Murad, and there are 2 members to defend their tower, and that really went in favor of Demonic Team there.
Yeah, definitely the momentum right now is with the Demonic Team, and now they're trying to push for that inhibitor turret in the top lane with the Drake almost coming in. That Murad just disrespecting that Tulin. Now let's get the tower.
Yeah, but there are 3 members here alive for Demonic Team. There's a revive from the Murad. He's still alive. The Kafeni is so into the game, and with the ultimate from the Zata, she dies right away. She has no endless cycle available. Only our Zil and Aram are here to defend their tower. There are no creep waves happening right now, but there was someone who overextended from Demonic Team, and there's so much burst damage coming from the Zil. There's only the Richter and the Zata still alive, and I think they will disengage this fight for now.
Yeah, actually, you already taken the tier 3 tower. You should have, regrouped and try to push those tier 1 towers and tier 2s instead of just, forcing the base without any creeps. It was a bad decision on their part. And also, I saw that Murad thinking that the tier 2 tower in the mid lane was already down, so he died due to turret damage.
Yeah, I saw that as well. He was so into the securing the kill that he forgot that there's so much tower damage that he would have to take there. But we do see that there's an Enraged Abyssal Dragon take, and what a nice ultimate by the Murad, getting a lot of poke, but he was caught out by the Aram ultimate there, and Azil was able to secure the resurrection buff from the Enraged Abyssal Dragon. And I think they are in a 5v4 right now for Demonic Team, and I think they need to position themselves in a really, really good manner while the Zil had to recover his HP. We do see that the Crush has no ultimate available. We see the Astrid's very aggressive onto the Elendor, secures the kill onto him, and we get another kill onto the Zata. There are 4 members of Vendetta Team 2 still alive. There are no minion waves still here, but only the Richer is alive, and I'm not sure if we can wave clear this. They will tap this out, and Vendetta Team 2 secures the win.
Yeah, congratulations to Vendetta Team 2. It was a very, very close fight. I think there was a mistake on the Demonic Team's part on that call in the first and the second to the last clash. But kudos to Vendetta Team 2 to overturning that wave of momentum. So what can you say about the game, Kaisaya?
You said it already. It was a close match between these 2 teams right now. There are a lot of ins and outs. There were a lot of situations wherein the match could have been turned around for both sides. But yeah, I think I do agree on that part as well, wherein the Demonic Team forced that push, GG push onto the base of Team Vendetta. Team 2, wherein they didn't mind about, okay, who's gonna go back alive already? Will they still be able to make a defense? If they did not do that, then they have a further avoided casualty and then just transition into pushing the mid lane turrets instead. Maybe they could have won the fight. I like the aggressiveness of the Murad though. WNC Lawless trying to go for a steal both on the Dark Slayer as well as on the Abyssal Dragon. Both could have worked, but unfortunately, Arim was already way too much to handle. You know, the ultimate is just reserved to whoever is the right target for Demonic team. It could be the Murad, it could be the Zata, it could be the Elandor. But overall, I think this is a good fight between these two teams. Both of them deserve, you know, a kudos. But yeah, to the fans of Demonic team, congratulations. I mean, sorry, but you're gonna fall down onto the lower bracket. There's still hope to make a comeback from there. But congratulations to Vendetta Team 2. They'll be moving on to round 3. How about you guys, KazeeB and Vittorio? Any thoughts about that match you casted a while ago?
It was a really nice match actually to see. I really thought that it was already a comeback for the side of Demonic team, but I do agree with Vittorio that they did overcommit to trying to end the game at that moment. I think they should have focused more on pushing the waves, because even after their attempt to get into the core, the waves were still pushing towards them, especially in bot lane. So I think that's why they struggled a bit after the Morad overextended in that clash.
How about you, Vittorio?
Like I said, the Astrid really rendered that Victor useless on most part of the game. Also, there was also, I'm not saying that, you know, Demonic team could have won that game, but just because I saw how many mistakes Vendetta team was doing, they were also overcommitting, just like what Demonic team did to that second to the last clash. So, you know, you shouldn't really create some openings for people to exploit. You just need to be methodical about it and just think about the objectives that you can take. Like, you know, just push the towers, don't force getting the base. I think Demonic team was just, you know, pressured to finish that because they know that the advantage was still with Vendetta team too.
Yeah, well, anyway, you know, comeback can still happen, maybe in the lower bracket this time. But yeah, for the meantime, we're just gonna be heading onto a short break. Up next is KALONG PUSRENG from Indonesia and Happy Birthday from the Philippines. Me, KazeeB, and Vittorio will be back after a few minutes break. See you in a minute.
I am Heaven's will.
キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるから、がぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
ああ、リンクスタート。
緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち俺が絶対に守る。君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。捉えた。捉えた。待ちなさい。遅い。今。捉えた。今。待ちなさい。Double kill。
Hey guys, we're back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor. That is our featured game for the month of July 2020. I'm Kaisaya and I will be your host, and I will be joined by casters KazeeB and Vittorio. So, guys, it is now KALONG PUSRENG from Indonesia versus Happy Birthday from the Philippines. And of course, something country pride that will be put out in here once more. But yeah, maybe I'll ask our casters, do you have any expectations? Do you know any of these players that we're currently seeing in the lobby?
I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them. Actually, the name of the team is kind of I've heard it before, the KALONG PUSRENG. I'm not sure where I had heard of it before, but that's familiar. But the players I'm seeing in the lobby, I don't think I've ever gone against them or came across them in this game.
How about you, Vittorio? Have you come across any of these players or IGNs?
Yeah, honestly, I don't also. I've never seen them even in casual rank or any games that I've been playing. You know, I've been playing in my life, right? I've never seen them before.
Yeah, for sure. Well, maybe hopefully this is the time that we will be seeing them in action once more. Although, of course, they came from the round 1 upper bracket. But yeah, we're just waiting for Team KALONG PUSRENG to complete their players. They're currently still missing 2. Hopefully they will be on time because apart part of our rules in the tournament is that if the lobby expires, the team with the least number of members will be disqualified. Though they will still have some hope in the lower bracket just in case, because we're currently in the upper bracket. Meantime, while we're waiting for the players to get inside the lobby, I just want to give you a shout out to our sponsors again: Garena Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, also Arthelian Gaming. And if you want to support this event too, please send me a message on any of my social media channels. Let's talk about it. Maybe I can offer you a thing or two on how we can market your brand or anything else. And also to our viewers, we have an ongoing 500 vouchers giveaway on our Facebook live stream. All you have to do is to type !notify and make sure you share the live stream publicly on your wall with the hashtag KCCAOV. And after this live stream, I will announce one lucky viewer who wins that 500 vouchers. So yes, we're lucking one member, and hopefully we will be able to continue this, because if not, we'll be moving on to the next round and wait for the next time slot that we have at 7 o'clock p.m., which is Team 11 p.m. Curfew versus Team Little Sharks Indo versus PH again. So yeah, meantime, I guess while we wait for the players to settle in, do you have any, maybe you will want to shout out any of your supporters and friends or family or whatever? Let's start with KazeeB.
Hi guys, to my mom, who is with me right now. Just hi in general to all the supporters, not just to mine, as well as Vittorio's and Kaisaya's as well.
Vittorio, do you have any, like, maybe your special someone's also watching? Is she watching?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
No, why are you saying it's like a special someone?
I don't know, because you keep on talking about it, and so I think I heard a while ago that like someone sent a delivery or something.
Wow.
Wow.
Food delivery. I'm not sure because I'm doing something else, and so I'm not sure if I heard it correctly. But yeah, well, anyway, seems like Vittorio doesn't want to talk about that, so we're gonna be starting off the lobby. Here you go. We have in here KALONG PUSRENG from Indonesia and happy birthday from the Philippines. To the fans of each of these teams, let us know who you are supporting. Regardless if you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, we just would love to hear you out, guys. But yeah, do you have any expectations so far for the bans and picks? KazeeB, yeah, let's start with KazeeB.
I'm expecting the normal bans that we've been seeing, like Dirac and Zip. So yeah, we already got that Dirac ban.
Yeah, it is quite like, it's quite standard already in the current meta right now. But do you have any other expectations for the bans right now? For you, Vittorio, let me just ask you, for you, what are the top 4 bans for you? Only your personal take in the current meta right now.
I think it's, Dirac, Laville, also maybe Alice, and also maybe Kira, since she's very hard to catch. And that's my top 4. There's a lot of reasons. They're very, very effective in the clashes.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I usually do bans.
In RGs or in general?
In general, the ones that can impact in 5v5s.
For sure. How about you, KazeeB? Do you have any top 4 for the bans?
Dirac is 1. Zip, that's my number 1, because I really don't like Zips that know how to use the skill, because I can't do it. Kira as well, and maybe between Laville or Alendor.
Yeah, for sure. Well, of course, it all depends on who you are up against with. But yes, those are our casters' personal takes for their prio bans. But for the meantime, it is a Dirac, Pain, Zip, and Kira for KALONG PUSRENG and happy birthday in this match right now. Second to the last series for tonight. A priority on the Malok, Richter for Krizix for the side of Team KALONG, PUSRENG on the red side. Why is Krizix getting a priority, Vittorio? Can you tell us why? I mean, mostly we would see it, but why is he getting a priority, especially in most Indonesian teams? Why?
Yeah, Krizix is a very, very good hero if you don't have any Alice or you don't have any Zip. Krizix is very good just because he has that invisibility. Also, you know, the flicker suck in combo that he can do. And also at the same time, you know, he has that slow. That's very, very effective, especially if everyone's grouped up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you suddenly can get sucked in and the team with the Krizix can just set up team fights flawlessly. But so far, a lot of tanky targets in here on the side of Happy Birthday. Oh no, yeah, I was just about to mention Hayate, and yeah, I would want to say that Hayate is a good counter to many. If your opponent has a lot of tanky heroes like that of Malak, Lumber, and Arthur, because you know, true damage will definitely contribute against all of the heroes. But so far, what do you think is Happy Birthday preparing in here, KazeeB?
I think they're gonna go for an MM jungle with all that tankiness in their first 3 picks. I'm expecting a jungler that's kind of squishy, because why would you need so much tankiness if your assassin was also very tanky as well?
Yeah, well, who knows? Happy Birthday is planning something really you know, surprising in here against KALONG, PUSRENG. But yeah, a Fennec ban in here, as well as an Elandor ban in here for the side of KALONG, PUSRENG, because you know, it's quite obvious what Happy Birthday is planning in here. What are the other options for for Happy Birthday so far, Vittorio?
Yeah, they can also opt for an MM side and then just go for a jungle mage. You know, like Darcy, Zill. It's really gonna make for example, if they pick Zill, it's gonna really make it hard for KALONG, PUSRENG to, you know, initiate the clash, especially with that mobility.
I just want to give huge thanks to Ken Ross for sending over 10 stars. He said, "Good luck, Happy Birthday. Let's go, Lorx." So who's Lorx in here? Oh, there you go. Lorx is on the 4th slot right now. On the side of Happy Birthday, blue side. So let's see what Happy Birthday can do in here now that they have lost to Fennec, they have lost the Elandor, but they got the Linda Steel too, as well as even you know, just like what KazeeB mentioned, they can go, who knows if they go like all tanky. There's the Rourke marksman available. But what can you say about that? In case they go for a Rourke jungle for Happy Birthday, what might we be expecting for the team fight that they can pull off, KazeeB?
I think it's gonna be a good team fight if they. I think they can go for a two marksman here actually for their team comp. I think this Malok's gonna be mid lane, and then our Lumber's the support, and then DS Arthur. Then we have 2 squishies, maybe. Oh, well, I'm not sure if they're gonna lock in the Stephis, but if they do, they have so much tankiness on their team. How are they gonna get killed?
Wow, I'm honestly liking this. I mean, if it's just a means to protect Laville, because Laville is also still available. Even Laville can go into the jungle, by the way. But you know, it's gonna be like it's going to be slow in comparison to other junglers. But it's something that can be pulled off. But for the meantime, they want to go safely. They want to go onto a safer route, wherein what Vittorio have mentioned a while ago, they could go for a mage jungle like that of Azil, and Lavilla's on the side. It's still a good marksman pick with a lot of protection coming from the Arthur, Lumber, and Malok. So yeah, what can you say about the overall draft that we have so far, Vittorio?
Overall draft, I think I like what Happy Birthday has in the lineup. There are a lot of tanks, and also, you know, the marksman that they need to protect has a lot of damage potential, and they don't need to babysit that Zill that much just because he has that SS and, you know, flicker.
Yeah, and you take note there are two endless cycle on the side of Team Happy Birthday. It's gonna be hard, really hard for them to be killed. But maybe we can put trust in the Hayate too, because Hayate can doesn't really have that much of a problem, especially on the late game time. If they come into late game time, regardless if there is a Lumber Malak and Arthur on the side of Happy Birthday. So let's see how this will go. But for the meantime, I'm gonna leave you guys to our casters KazeeB and Vittorio.
Thank you for that, Kaisaya. Now let's go for the quick recap. Happy Birthday has Arthur, Laville, Lumber, Malak, and Zil.
And for the side of Kalong PUSRENG, we have the Hayate, the Krizix, the Richer, the Zephys, and the Tolen. So, if you guys just tuned in, this is the game. This is the game between Happy Birthday and Kalong PUSRENG. Kalong PUSRENG is a team from Indonesia, I think, and Happy Birthday is from the Philippines. So right now we do see that Kalong PUSRENG is already positioning themselves around this mid riverbed, but I don't think they are able to catch anyone from Team Happy Birthday, and they choose to disperse from that moment, though they have cleared their mid lane pretty quickly and have rotated here to the bot lane.
Yeah, I think we lost KZ there. They're just farming, just having that safe rotation, just clearing some lanes. Get ready for clashes for objectives, not peeling up. Now they're taking the small camp at the bot lane.
Yeah, and here in the bot side, we do see that the Happy Birthday is in a really good position to go against the two heroes here. But the Tolen has arrived here at the bot lane to assist with his teams, and I think they will disengage this.
Yeah, I think the Zil should have just farmed, just to have that advantage of being level 4. If he was level 4 and he went in for that Tolen, I'm sure there could have been a kill that resulted.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but we do see Happy Birthday has 4 members here in the bot lane to gank onto the Hayate, but with that dash, he's able to spare his life, while the rest of his teammates of Kalong PUSRENG are busy with the Spirit Sentinel.
Yeah, and there's a post for now. Well, let's just talk about the targeting objectives. I think Kalong PUSRENG is, more efficient in terms of objectives, unless Happy Birthday gets a cinch on that Abyssal Dragon. But you see here they're already grouped up the Sentinel. What can you say about the early rotations that happened, KazeeB?
No, I think Kalong PUSRENG is really doing well in terms of rotation. They prioritize fast wave clear and rotate in the map fast and secure the objectives that they really want to. They have already secured this Spirit Sentinel and are in the position as well to contest this Abyssal Dragon, while Happy Birthday is trying to start it. There are 5 members of Kalong PUSRENG here, and I think that they got the Malok as well as the Lumber, so the Krizix. There's an ultimate from the Zil, but there's so much burst damage coming from Kalong PUSRENG that even the Zil is not spared in that team fight. While they try to go right into the tower, trying to kill the Deville, and they secure it as well, with the Richer tanking so much tower damage there. Or the triple kill from our Tolen. While all of that was happening, our Arthur tried to split push here, but let's see.
He's cutting the waves, but DS lane tower is just too tough. Unless you're a Kilgrot or some other hero like Omen, you won't really have much impact on that tower. I think what they are doing is way better. So they prioritize that Sentinel so that the Richter can join in and just hit that Abyssal Dragon, and that double trouble hits that Krizix.
Yes, and in the mid lane, we do see that Kalong PUSRENG is trying to be a little bit of aggressive there, but they will disengage as our Krizix is at half health right now for the side of Kalong PUSRENG. We did see that our Zil did attempt to try to gank our Richer with the Arthur here at the top lane, but they have disengaged that as our Richer is very healthy at this moment. But here in the mid lane, we do see the Krisik so very aggressive, trying to set something for his team, unable to get anyone from that second skill. There are so many members from Happy Birthdays here in the mid lane, but they are unable to secure a kill. But this fight isn't over. There's more aggression coming from Happy Birthday, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get this kill on the Zill. The Krisik's able to get 2 people with that second skill, and this fight is going really both ways here, and I think this just went in favor of KALONG PUSRENG there, because the Zephys was the target, and he did not die in that clash.
Yeah, it's too tanky for in the clash. That's why he lasted long. And in the top lane, the Quickter was skirmishing with that Arthur, almost killing the Arthur, but at the same time, the Arthur was too tanky. So he was saved at that top lane. Now we're looking at the second. Are we looking at the second Abyssal Dragon Kratos? KALONG PUSRENG already has the first one. Let's see if they can get the second.
And yes, they do get it, but there was a double trouble onto the Zephys. He got caught by that, but there are so many members here from KALONG PUSRENG to do burst damage. They do secure the kill onto the Lumbar, but this fight has turned into 2 separate clashes. They're trying to get the kill onto the Tulin, but the ultimate from the Tulin secures the kill onto our Hayate? Oh no, Laville. That's what I meant to say, Laville. Yeah.
That was almost 4 kills to none in favor of KALONG PUSRENG. Will there be a momentum shift? Still, we'll see in the late game. But as you can see, I think what the Happy Birthday team should be doing is just, farm. Just farm and then just get those late game items, because in the late game, it's all just going to be equalized in terms of the items.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Our Krisik's being very aggressive again, trying to get someone to the second skill, but unable to do so. But here on the bottom lane, there was a skirmish between the Laville and the Hayate, and the Hayate came on top. And with that, they are trying to get this red buff away from Happy Birthday. There are 3 members of KALONG PUSRENG ganking onto 2 members of Happy Birthday, and they secure 2 kills for their team. But it's not over yet. The Arthur and the Malak are now here as well, trying to secure teams kills for his team. But that's a triple kill for the Zephys, and the Hayate has just arrived to help him secure another kill onto the Malak. And I think that's a wipeout for Happy Birthday. With it's not the Laville was still alive there, but that really went in favor of KALONG PUSRENG.
Actually, like I said, they're really letting them push out the momentum. At the same time, they're trying to contest a lot of things that they shouldn't have. You just need to go back to the basics and just farm and farm. They all had that tower, and looks like there's a clash coming in the blue.
Yeah, and then there are 2 members who got caught by the second skill of the Krisik's, but there are 4 members of Happy Birthday here, but they're able to burst down that member. There are more members here of Happy Birthday to contest these people. Our Tulin has just arrived to help his team. They have lost no members still on the side of KALONG PUSRENG. I really thought that one of their overextensions would cost them 1 kill, but
they actually got a kill out of there. They killed Laville. The Richter focusing his fire on the Laville because he knows he can't, just burst down the Zill, the Arthur and Malak combo. So, he just focused fire on that Laville, and I think, the map is being controlled really well by KALONG PUSRENG.
Yeah, I really agree with you there. It's really in favor of them. Almost all the waves are pushing, and they're always hiding in bushes so that they can gank onto the members of Happy Birthday. We see Krisik's being so very aggressive here. The Malak is right behind him. Oh, that was an unfortunate shock there from the Malak. He tried to set something for his team, but just didn't catch anyone. But here in the mid lane, they're able to catch our Arthur, and our Tulin from the side of KALONG PUSRENG is now legendary. And with that, they are super confident to take this Dark Slayer. And this is the first of the game. And with that, I think our Happy Birthday team really needs to just try to defend their tower and farm up wait for the game. And with that clash, oh my god, that Lumber died as well. The Zill tried to go 1v4 there and paid with his life as well.
Yeah, they're already geared up to take the tier 2 towers of Happy Birthday. Let's see if they can still defend, but with the gold lead spiraling out of control, it's already at 8.6k in favor of KALONG PUSRENG. They're doing a divide and conquer.
Yeah, but here we got caught. They got caught again by the Krizix, the Laville, and the Arthur. They're overextending here onto the towers, and super aggressive play from the Zephys as well as the rest of the members of KALONG PUSRENG. We do see though the tankiness from our Happy Birthday side, but the Richer has just arrived to burst down our Laville with only 2 members of Happy Birthday still alive. The Zill uses his ultimate to try to burst down anyone, anything, but because he got damaged by the Drake as well as there are still 3 members of KALONG PUSRENG still alive, he dies in the process. Only Malok is here to defend his tower, but Arthur is now alive, trying to clear the way for his team, but the Tulan is able to snipe down our Malok using his ultimate, and he is still legendary right now. There's a creep wave still here in the mid lane, and 3 members of KALONG PUSRENG still alive with only the Arthur to defend, but they know that Death Slimers are so slow right now already, so KALONG PUSRENG decides to disengage this fight and
yeah, they saw that they were just, like I said, you should just play methodical, don't be too aggressive. There will be more opportunities for your team, especially if you don't let them get the opportunity. And it's a big kudos to KALONG PUSRENG for deciding to not, push for the base, even though they have the advantage for now.
Yeah, I agree with you there, because sometimes when you overcommit into an objective, you end up giving your opponents the chance to come back from the game. So with that, we do see that most of them are just trying to farm up their minions, clearing their waves for the side of Happy Birthday. And while that was happening, the KALONG PUSRENG side was just focused on objectives, taking the 4th Abyssal Dragon of the game. And we see all members of KALONG PUSRENG already ready here in the bot lane. We got a double trouble onto the Krizix, but there's so much burst damage coming from KALONG PUSRENG here. There's legendary for our Zephys. There's just so much burst damage coming from all of them on the side of KALONG PUSRENG, and that's a wipe out for them. So much burst from the Richer as well as the Toilet and the Zephys, and they will tower lock this with all 5 members still alive. Congratulations, KALONG PUSRENG.
Yeah, KALONG PUSRENG really dominated the game, showing how methodical they can be. They waited for all of their members to be at full health before they initiated that last clash, resulting to a 5-man wipe. So now let's call on Kaisaya for a brief analysis of that game.
Well, I just actually saw a lot of initiates coming from the Malok and the Lumber not really connecting that well, and they're actually missing that chance. And after that missed connect from the Malok shock or maybe the Lumber ultimate as well, they still continue to fight rather than just back it away. So a lesson, the thing that must be learned from Team Happy Birthday in here is that, if a specific skill, a really important skill missed out, you should already back away, like go full back instead of just forcing the team fight to still happen. But then again, I think mostly that's it apart from this Tulan being a legendary on his hero too, 12-0-14. He wasn't even shot down. So but yeah, at the same time I saw how Hayate actually not really having a problem, just like what I have already mentioned a while ago during the drafting phase. The Hayate did not have a problem putting down the HP bars of the Malok, Lumber, and even the Arthur. So yeah, basically that was it for me. But how about you, KZ and Vittorio? What are your thoughts about the things that I have mentioned? Let's start with KZB.
For me, it's more of how they executed their lineup, why Happy Birthday wasn't able to come back from this game. I think that they did focus too much on trying to get the Zephys. They actually, I just noticed they tried to get the Zephys almost all the time instead of trying to shut down either the Hayate or the Tolin. And there's just so much burst coming from the Tolin that it just reached the point that even with all their tankiness, they couldn't tank that damage coming from KALONG PUSRENG.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason why we have this community tournaments is that you can, for you to be prepared on bigger leagues. But anyway, I'll ask Vittorio too. What is your take from that match a while ago?
I think Happy Birthday really did have a chance at the first onset of the game, but I saw that the rotation was subpar in terms of getting the objectives. They were really focusing on the Abyssal Dragon, which was, they were the one initiating the Abyssal Dragon, and then they got sandwiched. It was a bad call. They should have just, contested the Sentinel instead of just staying in the Abyssal Dragon, because they were already seeing in the mid lane that the Richter, the Zephys, and the Tulin and the Krizix was already coming. So it was already a bad call to stay at the Abyssal Dragon, and that's when the momentum really started to go to KALONG PUSRENG.
Well, good thing in here is that we are spectating your game. So if you really want to improve your team play, you can replay the live stream from our perspective. But yeah, for the meantime, there's still hope for Team Happy Birthday from the lower bracket. Who knows, they might be able to make a comeback from there. But of course, congratulations to Team KALONG PUSRENG because you're moving on to round 3 in the upper bracket. But yeah, for the meantime, me, KazeeB, and Vittorio will just be heading on to a short break. It is going to be Team 11 p.m. from the Philippines and Little Sharks from Indonesia. After a few minutes break, we'll be back.
How will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we're meant to be instead of right, instead of that we're meant to be? We're meant to be. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be. How will we ever know if the love will
That was a close call. And heaven's will.
Run on hammer time.
The wind holds all the secrets. I am heaven's will. Hajimemashite. 私はアスナ。そしてこっちが
どうもキリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
今回のゲームはチームワークが重要なポイントになるのよね。
ああ、チームワークか。
あ、ソロプレイヤーのキリトくん、今ハードルが高いかもって思ってるでしょう。
バレたか。確かにチームワーク重視のゲームって慣れてないから。
安心して、そのために私がいるんでしょ。キリトくん、一緒に頑張りましょう。
ああ、ありがとうアスナ。このゲームはとても有名でプレイヤーもたくさんいるって聞いてるからがぜん腕が鳴るぜ。
そうだね。それじゃあ早速ログインしてみよう。
あ、リンクスタート。
一緒に戦う仲間もいるよ。
よし、行くぞ。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たち、俺が絶対守る。
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
And there you go, we are back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor. That is our featured game for the month of July. I'm Kaisaya, and with me is KazeeB and Vittorio. And tonight, this is the last series that you are about to witness. It is Team 11 PM Curfew from the Philippines and Team Little Sharks from Indonesia. And before anything else, before the draft discussion, I just would like to take this opportunity and again thanking our sponsors Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, and Arthilian Gaming. And to those who still wants to support this event, you can still do so. Just please send me a message in any of my social media channels. And of course, dear viewers, there's also something for you guys, okay? One lucky viewer can get a chance in winning 500 vouchers. All you have to do is to type exclamation point notify in our live stream on Facebook. Share the live stream too on your Facebook wall publicly with the hashtag KCCAOV. And after the stream, I'm gonna be announcing one lucky winner. So, KZ and Vittorio, a while ago off cam, you were mentioning that you know some of the players in here. Can you tell us more about the background of the players that we have in the battlefield right now? Let's start with KazeeB.
I actually only know the side from 11 PM Curfew. They're just very popular IGNs, but I'm not really aware of how good their roles are. So I think Vittorio knows them more than I do. So I think you should ask him.
Vittorio?
Yes, actually they are one of the most active supporters I have in Vittorio Gaming. When I stream, I always see them. They always comment. I've played with some of them before in a 1v1 situation. I think they beat me up when I was drunk. They didn't give me any chance.
When you were drunk, with that added information that you were drunk. So is it supposed to be a different situation if you weren't drunk during that time?
I think mechanically they were better than me that time, and I wouldn't really know in a 1v1 situation. I just know that they beat me up senseless at that 1v1.
Well, anyway, let's see how this will go, especially on the draft right now. It seems like They know which one to prioritize in here. Coming from the side of Little Sharks, I'm just not too sure about the Crixie Prio for Team 11 PM Curfew, but we did mention already before wherein if it's just a best of one, sometimes you can even opt to picking your comfort. So, but yeah, KazeeB, any thoughts about the Crixie and Richter Prio on the side of Team 11 PM Curfew?
I think the Richer is a good prio pick. He is one of the best side laners, I think, in the current meta. And I think maybe the Crixie is more of a comfort pick for the side of 11 PM Curfew.
Little Sharks hovering Kira and Lumber. Does this look scary already, Vittorio?
Definitely a Lumber level combo is a very scary combination, especially if it's executed right. Lumber has a shield, armor debuff, an attack debuff, and also the Kira is a very scary assassin. You just don't know when she'll pop out if ever that would get picked.
Yeah, and it seems like they are finally decided into locking those 0-1 out, and I'm liking the first 3 secures of Little Sharks in here. But of course, Team 11 PM Curfew still have some hope on that one. I'm wondering, I have a question though. I haven't tested this one out. If Team 11 PM Curfew has a Hayate on this side, and we know what the passive of Hayate is, right? Will he be able to detect the presence of Kira as well? Vittorio, have you tried?
No, he wouldn't be able to detect the presence of Kira once he enters the wall, unless there's a vision from the vision item, or for example, there's a Maxter Elsu.
All right then. So even the traps of Elsu won't work if Kira is in the wall. You definitely need a vision item.
No, the traps of Elsu will work. The SS of Max will work. But the passive of Hayate won't.
No. How about Lindis?
They would also work. Any kind of skill that has the eye on top.
All right.
It's gonna work against Kira.
Master Vittorio said it so then. So yeah, let's see what else is up to the draft right now. What are you seeing so far, KazeeB?
Well, we have seen the Crixie as the last priority pick for the side of 11 PM Curfew. I'm not sure what kind of lineup they're going to pair this Crixie with, but we have seen how efficient Crixie is as a support. So I'm guessing they also have personal experience in terms of this hero use. But on the side of Little Sharks, I really do like their first 3 picks as well. There's a setup coming from the Lumber, the knock-up from his ultimate, plus the stun from the Laville, and the Kira's gonna be really easy, have an easy time in terms of rotating in the map.
Let's see though. Other things, what do we expect in terms of the... Well, we're now in the ban, so do you see any other prio bans in here for the last few picks? I mean, for the last few bans, Vittorio, especially on Little Shark side.
Yeah, for in the lineup of Little Sharks, I see that instead of banning other like Kriknak or something, they should be banning Murad. Murad is a very good counter against Laville and Kira.
And they
banned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, because I know that it's very hard for Kira to catch a good Murad who has an SS and second skill. At the same time, Laville can be bursted down by Murad without getting too close. They banned that Killen because Kira has a hard time on invisibility heroes like Wukong and Killen because it's rendering his SS to nothing.
Yeah. Let's see how this will go though. But Darcy is now okay. What might be the next priority in here? They're looking for a mid lane and of course a DS laner to complete their lineup in here. Varus, in case for today, Varus hasn't been picked as of yet. If in case that gets picked up, it's gonna be the first time for day 6. But yeah, actually there's a lot of options in here. Do you have any like suggestions, or do you find any other open the meta heroes right now that maybe Little Sharks did not consider, KazeeB?
For me, well, the Lubu pick I think is a nice addition to their lineup because very efficient in terms of 1v1 versus the Richer. And if they do secure this Marja, I think it would be really good for their team as well. They get more tankiness as well.
They got a lot of magic damage in here, but regardless, we almost see the same thing though. Crixie on the side of Team 11 PM Curfew, and Krizix having that magic damage too. I'm not just so sure if this is already going to be a Fennec jungler on the side of Team 11 PM Curfew. And yes, it could be it. But yeah, any thoughts about Fennec jungle on the side of Team 11 PM Curfew, given that composition that they have picked for the other roles for 11 PM Curfew, Vittorio?
Yeah, so if they do pick Diana, it's gonna be a very, very scary composition, since you can gank a lot of lanes just having very, very mobile heroes. Omen is kind of good too, in terms of having that speed up. While I'm seeing 11 PM is going for a very, very mobile comp, so maybe it's gonna be an objective-based strategy for 11 PM Esports.
Ooh, let's see though. But yeah, now this is the time I'm gonna be asking the casters. Do you have any favorite comps in here? Is it Little Sharks or Team 11 PM Curfew? Let's ask KazeeB first.
I personally like the comp from Little Sharks, just because I haven't seen Akira in the tournament. I think this whole time I've been casting, and she's very rare to get a secure on, so I'm excited to see what kind of gameplay they'll be showing us.
Top global Kira even, so let's see how this will go. But how about you, Vittorio?
I'm kind of biased, so I'm still going with 11 PM.
All right, for sure. That's our caster's take. For the meantime, again, this is the last series for tonight. Little Sharks versus Team 11 PM Curfew. Guys, let's give it on to our casters, KazeeB and Vittorio.
Thank you for that, Kaisaya. Now for a quick recap, let's go with what we have. What team is this? The Indonesian team?
That's Little Sharks.
The Little Sharks with the Lubu, Kira, Marja, Laville, and Lumber.
Yes, and for the side of 11 PM Curfew, we have a Krizix, a Fennec, a Richer, a Crixie, and an Omen. Oh my god, it's a Krizix Crixie combo again. So we do get a knockup from the Richer here in the mid lane. 11 PM was able to position themselves really well in this riverbed, and I think they're aiming to delay the Kira in terms of jungle by stealing this one jungle creep here, and they have gone directly already here to the another jungle creep, delaying her 2 small camps that will really affect her in terms of turning level 4 and team fights as well. So with that, we do see that the Krizix able to get a second skill onto the Lumber, but they will just disengage this team fight as our Little Sharks team prioritizing wave clear, but we get a pause right now. So guys, if you guys just tuned in, this is Little Sharks on the blue side and 11 PM Curfew on the red side. Blue team is an Indonesian team, and our red side is a Philippine team. So I'm here with Vittorio casting, and the game is about to start again. So here we see that there's not really much happening in the map right now. It's still early game.
I think what they're doing is, feeding the Fennec everything that they can, because they only took the small camp, and then the Fennec got the second wave of clearing in the mid.
Yeah,
the Kira A right now is very, very delayed. She's just level 3, Naya level 4. So she just turned level 4, but I don't think that they're in the position to get this Sentinel. So the first objective is gonna fall with 11 PM. Let's see if they're gonna be getting straight to the Abyssal Dragon.
Yes, and right now we do see that Little Sharks are here trying to position themselves around the dragon. They started it a little bit actually, but they do see that our 11 p.m. curfew team is really trying to contest it and positioning themselves really well in this area. We do see a double trouble from the Laville, but it does not hit anything. But we do see an aggression from the Lumber, but are Chrisix able to get two people from our Little Sharks team? There's a clear clash happening. What a nice ultimate by the Fennec, doing a lot of burst damage. And our Omens all the way here in the bot lane as well. They get the first blood onto the Lumber.
Yeah, as you can see, I told you that their lineup is very, very mobile. Now Lubu is just waiting, and he's looking to secure the Abyssal Dragon, but to no avail. It's just 1v5.
Yeah, but
moment.
here he's overextending a little bit, trying to secure at least one kill for the team of Little Sharks. But there's so much burst coming from our 11 p.m. team, but they do secure a kill onto our Chrisix. And after that, we see that our Little Sharks team is just gone back to their lanes, trying to farm up a little bit. They need to catch up on gold. There's like a little bit of gold lead just on the side of 11 p.m. curfew, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen there. The Fennec is really, is being able to farm freely at the same time, contesting and just getting the kill over a support is not really that worth it. At the same time, they got some 2 kills on top of the Sentinel and the Abyssal Dragon, so definitely they would feel a lot of the gold lead is coming into 11 p.m. curfew.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And I see that 11 p.m. curfew is really rotating in a way that they not only clear their waves, they try to prevent any jungle from the Kira. Even the small camps from the enemy side, they try to take it away from her. And though she's able to secure our Sentinel, the second one of the game, we do see that the Chrisix and Crixie are here in the mid lane. They do get a little bit of poke onto the Kira, but the Marge is just right behind them doing a little bit of poke damage. But we do see that 11 p.m. curfew has 5 members here. We have a Richard trying to burst down the Kira a little bit, but insufficient damage at the moment. And by now, I think they're not going to engage a team fight at right now.
Yeah, it's a very, very smart move because gold lead is still, with 11 p.m. If you want to be smart and you know that the team is still in advantage at the early and mid stage, you just wait for the late game or the mid game opportunity. Now they're looking for the second Abyssal Dragon. Let's see if there will be any contest that will happen.
Oh wow, not nice ultimate to get to secure the second Abyssal Dragon of the game. The Kira has just arrived in this team fight and trying to get a kill onto the squishies of our 11 p.m. curfew team, but they are able to survive with pretty good HP left still actually for the side of 11 p.m. curfew. But on the top side, we did not notice that our Lubu just went 1v1 versus the Omen and overcommitted, paying with his life there. We do see nothing happening yet in the map. So what do you think happened there, Vittorio? I actually did not see that on the map.
Yeah, there was a lot. The Abyssal Dragon was a bad call. At the same time, Fennec wasn't in a position to use his punish on Abyssal Dragon. It was stolen by a support. On top of it, Lumber doesn't have a lot of damage, but he was able to steal the Abyssal Dragon, and it almost equalized the gold lead. Now look at here, Chrisix and Crixie. The Crixie combo is just poking around, just trying to set up some objective dominance.
Oh, they're able to take that Marja. They got her right in time. The Fennec and 4 members of our 11 p.m. curfew have come into the jungle of Little Sharks to take the red buff and successfully do. And here in the top lane, we saw that both This is the second attempt of the Lubu to go 1v1 onto the Omen, and at least this went in his favor this time, so he will be able to push this top tier. While on the bot lane, we do see that our 11 p.m. curfew team was really trying to take that tower, but with the Lumber and the Laville still alive, they were able to defend this tower.
Yeah, the Kira is having a hard time, especially because everyone's just grouped up. There's a clash coming in, KazeeB.
Yeah, and the Lubu was caught out there by that second skill by the Crisix. And right now, the Little Sharks team is busy now just taking this bottom tier tower, which I think is beneficial to their team. And because they know that the Crisix, the Richer as well as the Crisix are heading back to recover their lives, they have secured the third Abyssal Dragon of the game. The Richer is here in the bush trying to set something for his team. He does take the Sage buff though away from the Fennec as well. So we do see our Crisix being very aggressive here. He was able to get 2 people. What a nice knock up by the Lumber as well. But there's so much burst damage coming from the team of 11 p.m. curfew. But our Laville's being able to free hit here, getting a kill onto the Omen. And though he has overextended there, I think that just went in favor of, I don't know, I think it was just an even matchup. Right, Vittorio?
Even matchup, but still 11 p.m. curfew is still at the top of their game. But they already lost 2 of their tier 1 towers in contrast to what 11 p.m. has. So Little Shark is still in an advantage even though they don't have a gold lead for now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because map control is a huge factor here, and if you're able to rotate in the map fairly well, it's gonna be very easy for your team to get more towers. But it's definitely still an even game in terms of everything, just because our Little Sharks team does have less gold, but they do have more tower push. But we do see here in the top lane, the Lubu's engaging onto the Richer as well, but he will disengage that. But here in the bot lane, our Lumber is all by himself trying to defend this bottom tier tower, with the 3 members of 11 p.m. already ready to gank here onto the bot lane. But the Kira has just arrived here, spotting out the Crisix, and here in the mid lane we do see that there are 5 members for both teams here, trying to just wait for the perfect opportunity to engage that will benefit their team. What a nice double trouble by the Laville, able to get the Crisix, but not enough damage to burst him down. But nice ultimate by the Lumber, but they're entering tower, they're getting a lot of tower damage onto them from the team of Little Sharks, but that was a double kill for the Lubu. He's still alive, and Arkira tries to enter the tower and secures the kill onto them. What died there? The Crixie there. So I think it was a good fight for both teams, but because only 2 members died on the side of Little Sharks, it benefited more on 11 p.m. curfew. But we do see our Lubu trying to secure the kill onto the Fennec, but there's just so much damage coming from him, and he pays with his life, and that equals our kill count for that clash, extended clash as well. Just evening out the kills.
Yeah, the gold lead isn't that big. There's no one really with the momentum at this game right now. They're just killing each other at the same amount of heroes, giving out the same amount of kills. But the objectives are still, let's see if they can make and, take an advantage in the momentum that's going to happen in the clashes going forward to the mid, because we're already in the middle stage of the game.
Yeah, and we do see that our 11 p.m. curfew team secures the 4th Abyssal Dragon of the game. No contest from Little Sharks there. They did, however, they're trying to eyeball each other here in this game, waiting for the perfect time to set up or engage in team fights. But I do think that the next clash will really help in terms of momentum and the flow of this game. So for now, we do see that they're just trying to play safe.
Playing safe is the name of the game. Just having that opportunity to come. That Crane was hit by the double trouble. KazeeB take over.
Yeah, and here in the middle of the lane we have a clash there, and I think the reason why they have to to stop engaging here in this mid tier is because they try to engage our 11 p.m. curfew team with the tower still up, and they get a lot of tower damage for the side of Little Shark.
Tower damage was really big part, and it's so hard to catch a Fennec that's hiding behind the tower. You know, there's a lot of people that can front like Richter. Oh god, that double trouble caught that Crixie.
Yeah, but there's no follow-up from his teammates, but they do try to poke a little bit onto Little Sharks. They're a little bit low on health, but we do see both teams aren't ready to engage into fully commit into a team fight. Oh, what a nice spot out by the Lubu. He goes one-on-one our Omen there, but the Marja was there to help his Lubu teammate, and Omen knows he will not be benefiting from a clash between two members. So here in the bot lane, we do see the Lumber spotting out the Crixie, Crixix, and here in the bot lane, there are 3 members of 11 p.m. curfew trying to set something here for their team. The Kira tries to enter 3 members of 11 p.m. curfew. There's so much burst damage coming from 11 p.m. and I'm not sure if they're gonna secure the skill onto the Kira, but the rest of the members of Little Sharks are here to help him. The Richer has now been stuck here in 4 members of Little Sharks and has paid with his life here. But the Fennec really wants to take this middle tier tower and successfully takes it, while our Lubu here in the top lane securing a tower and a second tier tower and a kill on the Omen as well.
You know, he has the rack breaker. He comes to Physics using a setup. KazeeB.
Oh, wow, nice ultimate by the Lumber and combo by the Laville and the Lumber there, but they weren't able to secure the kill, and that left the Laville alone here in the bot lane trying to clear waves in the hands of the Fennec. But we do see our Fennec very objective base trying to get another Abyssal Dragon for his team. That's the 5th Abyssal Dragon of the game, but while he's taking that, we see that Little Sharks have a different objective that they want to secure, which is the Dark Slayer. They are struggling a little bit of damage, but I do think they will get this with no contest from 11 p.m. curfew.
Yeah. They know that 11 p.m. curfew is not on a position to contest any objectives for now. They know that I really saw how bad the matchup of Omen versus Lubu was. Even though Lubu was having a Rack Breaker and Omni Arms as his first and second item, he was still able to kill that Omen just because of his SS and, you know, passive. And there's a clash in the mid happening, and it's gonna be disengaged.
Yeah, it was a pretty. It was an attempt to set something up for his team for that Crixix, but unfortunately he wasn't able to take anybody with his second skill, so therefore they had to disengage. They need to really catch someone before they do engage, fully commit to a team fight there, though the Lubu was kind of poked out there. He needs to head back for now. We do see that the lane in the mid lane is pushing towards Little Sharks, and our 11 p.m. curfew is already positioning themselves around this Abyssal Dragon. But the Drake has been summoned in the top lane as well. We do see that they want to prioritize going along with this Drake to push here in the top lane. While that's happening, our 11 p.m. curfew team focuses on getting an objective, which is the Raged Abyssal Dragon, and they secure it with no contest there, with giving it to the Fennec, which will really benefit their team for now, because he has that resurrection as well as the resurrection buff.
Yeah, they have a vision of where the Laville was. He used a double trouble, so they know that he is in the bot lane. So now they're not in a position to defend this Drake. And with the enraged Abyssal buff, you can see here Omen just trying to tank down that Lubu, getting that kill. Crixix trying to defend the tier 1 tower, which is going to be a bad idea without any support. KazeeB, there's a clash coming in.
Yeah, and in the top lane, we did see that the Lubu tried to go in a 1v3 matchup and really couldn't sustain the damage coming from 11 p.m. curfew. But we do see that the rest of the members of 11 p.m. curfew are very objective based as well. They wanted to get that Sage buff and take it away from the Kira, which is very crucial for their team right now, as she's a magic damage type of hero. So that Sage buff will really do a lot for her.
they're now trying to contest and not let them farm, but it looks like Omen is gonna get caught.
Caught up. What a nice ultimate by the Lumber to catch out that Omen. The Vil is so low because of that ultimate from the Fennec, but he survives with a sliver of health, and he's life stealing a little bit more HP. And I think this will set them good for a next objective take for the side of Little Sharks, which will be the Dark Slayer, but they will prioritize wave clear for the moment before engaging in that.
The tier 2 mid lane tower is already at, I don't know, at most 2 hits, maybe 1 hit. So let's see how this will play out. The DS lane is open for the taking. Will there be any contest?
Oh, what nice poke damage that Richard did to the Kira. She's a little low now. We do see that 11 p.m. Curfew is really waiting for a good setup for their team. We do see that our Crisix has now used his ultimate so that they can set up something for his team. The Richard tries to go into that bush, but there's so many members of Little Sharks still in that team. But the rest of our team and the Little Sharks is trying to burst down the Fennec. They're really prioritizing this, but that Crisix being able to set up so much for his team. But our Little Sharks team, very tanky, a lot of sustain there, and they're able to win this clash because it was a 5v4.
Yeah, it was a very bad call. They should have just, waited it out, let them get the first hits on that Dark Slayer before they, committed to the clash. Now let's see if it's gonna cost them the game. They already took down the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They're looking for the turret inhibitor. The Lubu pushing at the top. And now they're harassing the Omen, who has no way to escape.
Yeah, but he's still surviving a little bit, but the Kira is very aggressive onto him, and I think they're gonna tower lock this with the minion wave, and congratulations to Little Sharks. That was a really good game for them.
Yeah, it was a very good game, full of objectives. There wasn't really any team that dominated, but Little Sharks came out on top with that 5v4 clash at the end. So kudos to Little Sharks. So let's get it. Let's call on Kaisaya for a brief analysis of the game.
Pretty even match. I think that's what our audiences thought so too. The moment that we saw where Team 11 PM could have won the fight already, because we saw there was a dominance sometime late game time, but decision making affects what might be the possible outcome of the game. And you guys mentioned it a while ago during the fight on the Dark Slayer take. It was a patience test somehow. Who starts the fight or who reacts to the action that your opponent's doing might be the one who is about to be put into a disadvantage. But overall, I saw that these two teams are quite even in terms of both macro and micro play, so I can say that one is dominant against the other. But overall, GGWP for both of the teams. And yes, yeah, how about you guys? KazeeB and Vittorio. Let's start with KazeeB. Your overall insights from that match.
Actually, I agree with you in the sense that it was it was like an equal matchup. I really thought that both teams, they really played their best. They tried to play safe and wait for the perfect opportunities. And unfortunately for 11 p.m. Curfew, it was just that one clash that really cost them that game.
Yeah, I do agree on that one. Vittorio, any other things that you could point out other than the things that me and KazeeB mentioned?
There was a lot of there's some things that they could have worked out in the drafting. I didn't like how they picked still the Omen. Yes, it was a tanky pick, but in terms of exchanging blows with Lubu, he's gonna have a hard time entering the mid game because Lubu has that sustain using his SS. Even if he has that COD, the damage that Lubu can make is way more than that Omen, and it resulted to a dominance of Lubu at that DS lane.
Okay, well, I have just one question, because we can see in the itemization, we got a tome, and we got a COD as well. So is this okay? I mean, is this the reason why they apparently somehow lack damage, or should we just ask one player from our team to just either take the COD or the tome? Vittorio?
For me, it's just you just need one, which is the tome. It's either the support or mage who makes one. You just need one. I think what Buck's itemization, that's why he lost early to the mid game to Lubu, was because he built the COD. He didn't need to kill that Lubu. He just needed to render the Lubu useless at the clashes. So he should have just focused on building his defense.
Yeah.
And so that he could be able to soak up the damage at the end of the day.
Yeah, well then again, that was it for our last series for today. We have more actions to be seen tomorrow, including upper bracket round 2 and lower bracket round 2. For the meantime, I want to give you shoutouts to our sponsors again: Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, S-Rank Gaming, Arthilian Gaming, and of course, to our viewers, this is your last chance. You should type !notify already and make sure you share the live stream with the hashtag KCCAOV. For the meantime, I want to give this floor to our casters too, for them to promote maybe their live stream, their page, or whatever events that they have. Maybe you have birthday tomorrow or something to attend. Whatever you want to promote, just keep it, keep it like family friendly. Let's start with KazeeB.
I just want to thank anyone who supports my page, and if you haven't liked and shared my page, it's fb.com/KazeeB, and always for me it's about non-toxicity and support to everyone in our community, not only in tournaments but also in casting and streaming.
Yes, and how about you, Vittorio?
Yeah, I'd just like to promote my page, which is Vittorio Gaming. I stream for fun and also, to help impart some knowledge. If you have questions, if you're a newbie in AOV, I would be happy to help you. And a huge shout out to my One Snap Esports AOV team, Rajon, Gohan, Jonathan, Cliff, and then Gio Tuhan, and also to my supporters in Vittorio Gaming. I really, really love you all, and shout out to Monica Jane. Yeah.
There you go, this very special shout out. Yeah, but for the meantime, guys, we have to head on to the bye-bye stage already. So yes, see you guys again tomorrow. It's me, Kaisaya, and KazeeB plus Vittorio. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Triple kill!